Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we're playing Call of Cthulhu, a little adventure I made up called the Devouring House. And as you can see, the players are already super enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Before I get started, I would be remiss if I don't remember to tell you all to subscribe to Twitch and join us on YouTube afterwards and subscribe to that. And all of the other things that the Garblagian tyrant puts out for us.
Yeah.
Like
Twitter,
Patreon, go to our
Patreon.
Discord, we're all awesome on there, so you should definitely come and see what we're doing with the Traveller Comms channels.
Oh god, you're that mess.
And yeah, all of those great social media Garblagian things. Right. To get us started, I'll let the players introduce themselves and their characters, starting with whoever is next to me on the Twitch, which is... We'll go with Colin first.
Okay, right. Hello, I am playing Richard Plough, or Dick Plough, who is a tradesman who's been called in to a mysterious house at very short notice.
Odin.
Hello, I am Morson August. I'm an insurance agent. I work for a very important bank, and I have been called in to assess the Leland estate.
Nye.
Yes, hello, I'm Wally Goose. I'm a private investigator. And not the cool ones, like the really lame ones that you phone when you like, oh, I think my spouse is cheating on me. All right, yeah, oh, that's another one. I've never solved like a murder or anything. So I'm just here.
That's probably in real life 90% of private investigators.
Yeah, exactly.
Work,
I am a very realistic one. I found somebody's cat is another job. That's a common one.
Well, there you go.
So I've been called
Two
up.
cases solved.
And
finally, Dan.
Good evening, my name is Dan. I will be playing Mick Foyle, journalist, reporter, currently writing a story for his failing newspaper on the odd occurrences at a large estate.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have we disappeared?
We've disappeared again. I will bring us back just a moment.
Dan, you're going to have to completely redo that.
No, I think the audio's still there. I think the audio was still there.
Hello. You still hear us.
Video. Sorry.
We're all going to die!
Well, in that case, I'll just point out for the people on Twitch or watching it later on YouTube who have played Call of Cthulhu before. This is a one-shot, so I may be ramping up the tension quite quickly and trying to kill everyone as quickly as possible as well.
Okay, well, I can always just blank out people's blank out people's video when they die.
It's always fun to see them suffer for a prolonged amount of time first as well. There you go. Right. So a bit of background for the four characters. You have all been called to or have decided to go to the Leland estate for particular reasons, which in Colin's case, you've been offered a job there, which you sorely need.
Yep.
Morty has been sent there by his boss to assess the state of the estate and the works and how likely it is they'll default on their loan.
Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Top men.
Nye's character is going there to investigate a recent disappearance of the previous contractors and builders.
Which, as established, is big for me. This is my first missing person case.
No one's mentioned that to me. I wonder why.
And Mick Foyle is tagging along because he really, really needs a story. And so does his newspaper. So as we pan to the outskirts of a fairly large town in semi-rural England, there is an estate at the outskirts of that town. Weirdly, at the outskirts as well. It's just sort of off to the edge of the town, like the town stopped building out from that point. And the Leland estate is hanging there. And two people are standing outside of its boundaries having a short discussion. One of those is Robert Leland, the owner of the current owner of the estate. And the other one is a man called Dick Plow, who has arrived to take a look at this job that he has been offered above market value. Now,
Okay.
from the get-go, Robert seems a little bit twitchy, or Mr. Leland, as you most likely
Of
have to
course.
call him. And he keeps scratching at the back of his neck. And the estate in front of you is fairly stretched out, and there's a big old rundown manor house in the middle of it. Lots of the windows are boarded up all across the bottom floor at the very least, which Robert claims is because they were replacing the windows at the time the previous contractor became ill, became unwell, and could no longer.
Okay. So what's the job? What does he need done?
Well, it's everything. We were halfway through the renovations. Everything's been stripped. I mean, it's the 1920s. We need more modern. We need something more modern interior wise than this horrible late 1800s decor that was in there.
Okay. So just a question to Lewis.
Yep.
I'm guessing Richard is not a sole trader then, if we're talking about renovating a manor house.
Well, that's the thing. Usually, you work with your brother, but your brother has unfortunately suffered an accident.
Yeah.
On your previous job.
Yeah.
And so at the moment, you're very much alone. And it is unusual that you're being brought in for such a big job, and especially at such short notice for a rather large amount of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, but that's probably about 2 years' worth of work.
Yeah, which is also good for you because 2 years' work is 2 years' work.
2 years' work is 2 years' work. Yeah. So, well, yeah, Dick will be sort of looking it over, and yeah, I can see you're in the middle of things. Of course,
It
you
looks
want to...
very, very run down from the outside. The exterior is probably okay, but it looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
no
you
one's
wanna-
really been maintaining it.
You want to really bring it back up to a standard of a good standard. What just happened to Morty?
He's getting in character. Roughly at that point, you see Robert scratch at his neck again. He seems to have a terrible itch there, but he also starts looking past you at two other people approaching in the distance.
Ah, did you have more guests you were expecting?
Yes, the picture is back. Yes.
Well, there's so many meetings today. I'm supposed to be meeting the bank. It's all a mess, and he seems rather confused. But you're used to that sort of thing with rich people.
Oh, those rich people.
So, to be just to be clear, make sure you're not getting expectations I can't fulfil. This is quite a big job for me, especially because I'm on my own at the moment. Hoping that my brother will be able to join me in a few months, but this is looking like it's probably going to be a substantial commitment, like, I don't know, a 2-year job or something. So if you're good with that, I can get started. If you want something on a shorter timescale, I'm afraid you're probably going to have to call a bigger crew.
Yeah, you need like 3 people.
Oof.
He seems to be staring at these 2 people approaching, but then briefly, what? Yeah, that's okay. The concierge is inside. They can show you around.
Okay,
You can see what's going on in there.
Of course, I'll leave you to meetings then and go and
Yeah.
start seeing what needs doing and
The
where to start.
2 people approaching happen to be a private detective and a journalist in tow.
Okay, Dick will head in the direction that you.
I do like that the person called Dick isn't the private eye.
Well, that would be too on the nose.
I know it would be. I'm Wally, last name
Too
Goose.
easy.
So Dick wanders off. The
Yep.
manor is quite. It's a fair bit away. It's like a nice long couple of rugby pitches away. A big driveway going towards it.
Well,
and you start sauntering off in that direction.
Yeah.
What are you taking with you? Do you have anything specific that you've brought along with you?
I will have presumably brought along at least some tools and tape measures and things and so forth to start to get
an old leather tool belt with bits and bobs in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not old,
notebook for
it's recent.
Ooh, I've already been given a GM reroll. I'll use that immediately. Dick just explodes.
Boom!
Failed his don't explode roll.
Oh dear. Okay. Dick explodes,
go.
fine. Okay,
No.
I'll just go and find this. Just go and remove myself from the call, shall I?
Yeah. You walk down. The estate seems rather overgrown. It's been abandoned for a while, but from what you know about Robert Leland, he has land and buildings and companies all over this town.
Okay.
And the manor is sort of their ancestral stomping grounds. But
What was the name of the
he
town
hasn't
again?
been leaving. The town is as yet unnamed, unless you want to give it one.
I was trying to think of a local town name for the local paper that I work for.
Well, that seems a great time to introduce the private detective and Mick Fall, the journalist.
Did he follow me or did I follow him?
I believe
I think you
you're
followed me.
following-
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not good at following people. That's why I'm not a good PI. I need you to follow this person. Got it.
There you go. The town has been named Garblaggington by our overlord.
There's the Garblaggington Post, and
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah, I've seen
Garblaggington
it.
Times, and those guys are
Garblaggington
assholes.
Post.
That's
Yeah.
a classy paper, that one.
But I think Mick Fall probably works for the Garblaggington Star or something.
Oh no!
Just
Hey, this is the 1920s. The Star was a better paper back then.
that is true. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Still
very
a
true, very
relative description.
Yeah.
in
Okay.
any event, as you approach, you see what looks to be a builder of some description walking away from Robert Leland and heading off towards the building ahead of you.
Is Robert Leland still standing there?
Yes, yeah.
I will.
He's looking rather nervous still. His eyes keep darting around to all sides,
walk up
but
to
he is
Mr. Leland.
really very concerned about your appearance as he scratches again at the back of his neck.
Good evening, Mr. Leland.
Yes, I'm Robert Leland. And you see him quickly check his pocket watch. I'm not sure this is one of my meetings.
Mr. Leland, my name is Mick Foyle. People call me Mickey. He takes his hat off and bows politely, and then holds his hat to his chest. I'm from the Garblaggington Post. I'm a journalist. Do you have time to answer a few questions?
Questions about what? What questions? It's a busy day, and questions.
Well, we've heard tell that a man went missing on your estate, a builder, no less, much like that gentleman over there. Should I go talk to him instead? Would that be?
How about you talk to whoever you need to talk to, and he sort of
thank you.
tries.
That's
to
very kind of you, sir. I will
wave you away.
Thank you,
Immediately
sir.
as Mickey's walking away, I'm right behind him, like, hi there.
It should be kind of strange that he's just waving you off into.
Yep, that is kind of strange.
Yes, please get all the juicy details about my missing person
I think-
case that I'm responsible for.
We've just been given free range. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, hello there. Yes, I'm Wally Goose. I do the exact same thing that like Mickey did, the take the hat off. Although I just kind of tip it, kind of like, yes, hello. I'm here about a missing persons case. Somebody in your employ has gone missing, and like eight people have employed me to. I think somebody's gone missing. A lot of people have been upset about this person going missing.
No, he didn't. No one went missing on the estate. He just one day he came to work. They were working on the house, as you can see. Everything's boarded up. There's sort of semi scaffolding as well along the outside. But
man, this is a shit-looking house. I would not want to live here.
Well, I don't live here at the moment. That's the whole point.
Oh, you. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were the.
Who did you say you
owner.
were again?
Rude.
Mr. Wally Goose. Yes. Hello. This is my first missing persons case. I'm quite excited. I mean, obviously, I feel very bad for the missing persons. I want to find them.
No one is missing. He didn't turn up to work one day.
Well, do I have to have a poke around? Can I do that? Just a little poke around, see if there's anything. Maybe he like left something of where he's going if he's not missing. If he just left. I mean, he's got a wife, eight kids.
If it gets people to stop hanging around,
lovely grandparents.
All this talk of missing
wow.
people, no one's missing. Look, just talk to the concierge. The concierge will tell you. They saw the builders far more than me. I'm not living here at the moment. I can't.
You might want to get some
Cream.
like medicine for that. Yeah, some cream, just because you'll get a really like itchy neck. It'll get all like infected if you keep scratching there.
If you do you want to look at his neck? Are you paying active attention to it, would you say?
I think it's just a normal human conversation. If you see somebody doing this constantly, like literally, like if he's doing this as much as you're doing it, I would probably say like, is your neck all right? Like I'm not going to go grab him and be like, ha. But yeah, I'll
because
ask
then
him.
you'd be a vampire and the roles would somehow have turned.
Want to look at your neck.
I want to examine your itchy neck.
There does seem to be, from what you see in the few seconds that he's scratching away, there does seem to be some red marking on there, the stipples, and it doesn't look pleasant in any event.
I can tell you from my experience, I've met people who have that in other places, and it's not nice. Yeah, I would definitely get that checked out.
Finally, as he kind of looks
nice
past you whilst you're telling this horrible tale, a fourth and final member of this investigation saunters down the road. I imagine you've got a bit of a swagger to you.
Yes.
The amount of alcohol you've drunk.
A hip flask in one hand and a walking cane in the other.
And
Hat
as
jauntily
Robert
one side of my
Leland
head.
sees you coming, he turns back to Wally Goose and goes, well, why don't you just ask these questions inside? The concierges inside, they'll answer these things.
All right. Yeah. That's no problem.
I have meetings now. And
yeah. Thank you for your
he
time.
sort of hurries off and leaves you standing there.
I'll go in.
Yeah.
If the place is open, I'll just do the lawn nip behind the other two.
Well, by this point, I think Richard Plow is probably almost at the door. It's
Unless
a fair
I've been
old walk.
intercepted
So
by unless I've been intercepted by a journalist.
Have
I been intercepted by a journalist?
Yeah. Dan, are you...
If I'm allowed to run after him...
You may. You can do what... That's the point of RPGs. You can do whatever you want.
Mickey will be running after him, waving him down with his hat in his hand, being awfully polite about it and going, excuse me, sir.
Yes? Is there something else?
My name is Mick Foyle, Garblaggington Post. I'm a journalist.
Okay.
Takes out a notepad and a pen. Or a pencil and skis. I see by your attire. Are you one of the builders here?
I've just been brought in. Apparently, the people he had in previously got sick, so he's
sick. You say? Scribbles it down on his notepad.
That's what Mr. Leland told me. So yeah, he's asked me to take over. So yeah, I'm just coming in to.
So just to, can I quote you on that, sir? That he told you that that the other builder was off sick.
Well, the crew, I assume. This looks like more than one person's.
As far as we're aware, it's just the one, and
how was it?
He's currently missing, sir. But you were told that he was sick. Yes.
Yes.
I like this business strategy. I employed one builder, then he failed. I employed two builders, and now I shall employ three builders.
Do you think that adds up? That doesn't add up to me. What do you think?
I think I have a job to get started on, and
very true, sir. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. Can I talk to you? I will speak again soon.
Yeah. As you're holding this disjointed conversation where Richard Plow is kind of confused as to what's going on, this journalist has suddenly appeared.
I'm not used to journalists accosting me about
Robert
jobs that
Leland has finally intercepted Mr. Mortimer. What did you say? Gruesome Diaz.
Yes.
As
London Diaz
walks down,
Helsinki Diaz. Yes, what?
Towards the estate.
Oh no, your last name is Finnish, or it doesn't mean you were born in Finland.
This is a very long driveway.
Are you the man from the bank?
Yes, I work for a very important bank.
Well,
I work for the Garblaggington Bank.
They're very important to me. They said they were sending someone, but I don't understand why anyone would need. The repayments have been happening on time. Why are you coming now?
We have grave concerns, Mr. Leland, Mr. So-called Leland. And I have been sent to inspect your premises.
Well,
I have a writ from the important bank that says I can.
The costs have been a little bit higher than we expected, but it's nothing.
All of the clauses of the contract when you signed and took the money. You did not fully take in the terms and conditions. That is purely on your own recognizance. The bank can accept no liability for any lack of information on your part.
Well, what is it you need to do here?
I need to inspect your premises.
Well, it's a building site at the moment.
Yes.
The works are still ongoing.
Well, then it will be all the quicker. What is wrong with your neck?
It there's what do you mean, my neck?
You
The moment
have
you
nervous-
say it, his hand drops away from his neck, and
Not suspicious in the
he
slightest.
looks vaguely confused at the idea that there's anything wrong with his neck at all. You're the second person to mention that today.
Well, then maybe there is something to it. I know a little medicine. Maybe I could have a look.
Pull out a bottle of vodka. They're just
Hip flask in hand.
Yeah.
I find this
I-
solves most things.
I have many more meetings today.
Well, then it would be all the better not to have some irritating tick.
Well, no, I perhaps you should go on into the house if
Oh, I think I should
you
have a look
really
at your
need
neck.
to inspect it.
Yes. What are these other meetings? Who else is going to be walking up your very, very long driveway? Why
Well-
is it so long?
Hour
that-
to show how rich you are.
Yeah.
I
Basically.
mean, we're between horses and cars, so we're all walking. This is just ridiculous.
Between is that how civilization was?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Between modes
In
of
the
transport.
1920s, we're like, well, we
Yeah,
have horses, we have cars, but we
Well,
don't know which one to choose yet, so we'll walk.
I didn't get to say this, but I do want to be the kind of person that goes, yes, today in the year 1920, just like openly state what year it is for.
April the 3rd. Well, I think the journalist should be doing that.
Yeah,
Here,
that-
April the 3rd,
that's fine.
20.
Half the fun is letting you decide the setting and then killing you.
So, what are
But,
these other meetings?
Leland looks at you and goes, well, I have several other businesses that that need taking care of, and because you said you were going to be here this morning, I decided to hold a few of them in the estate.
Is that what just out here on your very long driveway?
From the look on his face, that is pretty much what he means. But he doesn't seem to find that as strange as you do.
You seem confused, Mr. Leland, but
He's
I'm
just
just
really-
going to let that ride, and I'm going to go and look at your shambles of an ancestral pile.
Well, the concierge is inside.
And what is their name?
None of us asked this. I actually thought it's just going to be a skeleton that has the name concierge. He's just assuming like, I'll still be there. I fed him last week. It's fine.
He looks slightly confused for a second. Mrs. Wright, I think that's right.
This is right.
Yes.
Is that with a W?
I imagine so.
You don't seem to know a great deal about your own staff, or your own property, or even your own neck. I'm just going to make a note on my appraisal.
Also, he's seeing other banks. I get the feel, so he's not good with his money either.
Oh, we
Yes.
haven't determined the banks. We've just determined the
Oh, okay,
meetings.
just other, yeah, with.
Business meetings, apparently.
By this
Oh
point,
yeah, glug 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 glug.
Yeah, I like that sort of meeting. That's fine.
by this point, both Richard and Mick have reached the front door, which is it's a big iron and glass frame. It's like an iron metal frame with shapes wrought in, kind of very decorative, with glass panes in between it. On one side, they've been taken out and replaced by boarding on the inside. And it looks like a big, rather sturdy door. But it appears to be closed at the moment.
Okay. Well,
Knock.
being a tradesman, I would probably initially go to just ignore that door because I'd expect to be going in the tradesman's entrance, even though that is sort of half done. I mean, once I'm actually working on the door, maybe, but you know, as a first entrance, I shouldn't really be walking up and knocking on the front door of an estate. That's just not done.
Are you going to walk around the estate?
Yeah, he's going to walk around the building looking for the tradesman's entrance.
Is that what you're doing? Yes. Activate all the traps.
Curse splat. At the
Roll
moment,
for luck.
8 times.
Towards the right-hand side, there appears to be a staircase that goes down and probably leads to a entrance at the where the cellar is, most likely. So it's probably where coal and wood and things are brought in, and food for the larders and everything that's.
I'll probably go in that way then.
Mick Foyle, are you following or are you?
I'm going to turn to the private detective next to me.
Yeah, I've just caught up.
You're all runners.
Yeah,
We did
I'm
stop
nippy.
for a chat for a little bit.
And politely take off my hat.
Yes, of
My
course.
head,
hello,
my hat.
yes.
Take off your head.
We swap hats.
You arrived
Swap heads.
pretty much at the same time, so most likely, in this case, Mick Foyle was shadowing or actively following and going with Wally Goose on this investigation. So, yeah.
So do we know each other?
Already acquainted.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Wally? Do you think we should just knock?
Yeah, seems reasonable. Yeah. Makes sense.
Dun,
Oh
dun,
no, it's
dun.
not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna be a. It's gonna be a bong because the huge door, giant doorknob.
As you bong on it, you actually notice that it probably is unlocked.
Go in.
Well, you know what they say about an unlocked door? You can go in.
That's the law.
Yeah, exactly. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
When you pull it open, it's fairly heavy as well, fairly hefty. But you pull it open, it sort of scrapes along the floor a bit as you pull it open, and creaks. You come into a sort of entranceway with a second big metal door, decoratively designed, with glass panes in it. This time, both of them been taken out and boarded up on the inside. There's a couple of sheets of glass lying against the side of the wall. It all seems to be in wooden paneling as well, but a lot of it is either rotted or broken.
Is this door open?
Yeah,
This door
did we
is
go up?
also open.
Okay. We'll step through.
Who goes first?
I will.
Oh yeah, well.
As you
report-
go in,
Always keen to get the story, see. So.
I am going to let you roll on luck.
Yeah.
Oh, great! First roll of the
First
night.
roll.
Yay!
If no one knew, there's a lot of skills in Call of Cthulhu, and one of them is door opening. But unfortunately,
You have a
our
1 in
reporter-
6 chance of being able to open a door.
There's,
It
Oh no,
makes-
that's
yeah.
best left buried, I think.
avoiding falling buckets.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
the joke
definitely.
in second edition D&D, there is a door opening skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's possibly.
What was
It's
that?
just
focused
a
on
flat
locked
roll,
ones.
so the 0 one.
Oh, fail. Oh.
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. You
That
can,
one? Fumble.
unless I say that there's a specific bonus or penalty dice, you can just press the green button and then it will roll that.
Got
same.
Okay.
Fumbled my luck.
I'll pick the first one, which is a fail anyway.
You sure
doesn't
fumble
make
sounds more
much-
fun?
It doesn't make much difference.
Fumble, fail, fuck
as
up.
you
All
go
start with
in,
F.
I'll stop with F.
as you go in,
Aye.
you walk
College education paid off there.
straight into what you think is like a cobweb. Something seems to be stuck on your face, a cobweb of some kind you walk through, and yeah, it's just as you walk through the door.
I'll kind of wipe it off my face, muttering to myself that this concierge that's allegedly around
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be keeping the place very clean.
You wipe it off, but you can't really. It's still there. You can still feel like strands of silky cobweb thread stuck to your face, and you can't
I just see
really-
like a giant spider on the back of his
Can I
head.
take-
like,
I ta-
Now there.
I'll take out my handkerchief and kind of wipe my face
Yeah.
properly.
Still doesn't seem to be going away.
what do I see as this happens?
Morty,
Oh, shit. Oh no.
how are
That's
you
not
doing?
good.
Are you walking towards the house?
Towards the house, I'm gonna take in the boarded up windows that you mentioned.
Yeah.
General state of disrepair. I might to go in through the front door. I might wander along kind of one of the fronts and just maybe have a bit of a poke at the window, see if I can lever something out.
Well, most of the windows themselves are also boarded up. The panes have been taken out. That's clearly apparent. But they've been boarded up on the inside. Some of them have been boarded up on the inside and on the outside. But you can't see the inside in that case. But most of the windows seem to be they're bringing in new glass. And any of the windows you can actually see look rather grimy. You can't really peer in through them. Yeah, if you push your face up, you can just sort of see a very dusty, dark interior with a bit outdated nowadays for your 1920s sensibilities. Yeah.
Red velvet is so last century.
Well, most of it seems to be wooden paneling as well on the insides as well.
Oh, I do like wooden paneling.
Or
we
at
have a lot
least
of that
a lot
at
of
my
the house
very
seems to be made that way.
bank.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, is Audin's character that kind of drunk that you see trying to go up a hill, and like they kind of go up a little bit, but then they back up.
Oh god. It's hard work. I'm gonna go back to the front door. Is there a pulley thing?
Morty was trying to go in through the front door. He just ended up walking down the side.
Yeah, I just
Missed.
it was easier than going up the stairs.
I don't know about everyone
Doorbell,
else, but
that's the one.
Odin seems to be freezing
Yeah, a little bit.
occasionally for me. Could you
Well,
repeat that? Sorry.
Connection is slightly unstable. Is there a bell
Like your
pull?
sanity.
Yeah, our sanity's about to be unstable.
Well,
Well,
or
there-
a door knocker that I can...
Yeah, there's a big old metal door knocker built into the
Also, isn't the
frame.
door
Oh,
open by the
Yeah,
time Morty
are
gets
we-
there?
Door
Are we
is
already
also open unless Mick
No.
and Wally
Everyone-
decided to shut it.
No, if Wally came in second, he's not grabbed the. He's like, I'll just
No,
leave
it
open,
would
it's
be-
fine.
I would
Left
like to
open.
knock at the door with the massive door knocker, please.
I would like to turn round and open the door.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Presume. You're not as I expected.
You're not as I expected.
What were you expecting?
I wasn't expecting anything because I didn't know that there was going to be someone knocking at the door.
Well, then, surprise!
Oh, okay, yes. Hello. Who are you?
Well, who are you, more importantly?
I'm Wally Goose. I go to shake your hand. I'm a
don't
private
know what that
investigator.
is. Oh, do you have a card?
Yes, I do, but it's handwritten and badly, and it just says it's got private investigator, but investigator is spelt wrong several times, crossed out.
Love it. I will open my book of cards. Here's mine.
Oh, thank
I
you.
work for Port. I try and put your card in. It takes a while.
Let me have a look. Ooh, you work for the Deeths.
The what?
Quite a fancy bank. Yeah, the
Yes.
Deeth. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At
So
this point,
why are you here?
I'm going to cross over to Richard Plow, who's standing. Have you gone down the stairs to the entrance?
Yep, he's gone down the stairs to
Okay.
what he is taken to be the tradesman's entrance. Bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you in our next life.
There seems to be these strange protrusions, and it's quite wet in here. Oh no!
Oh, oh dear.
I didn't realise we were playing Alien.
What is that weird fleshy egg-shaped thing on the floor?
Oh, let me stick my face over it and find out.
If you try the door, it appears to be actually locked. And there doesn't seem to be, a bell or anything.
Well, he's
There
gonna
is,
he'll whack his knuckles on it.
You can hear vague shuffling, maybe murmuring, and the sound of like someone banging on or working on pipes on the inside. But
Hello.
It's the Blue Man Group.
the more
Knock.
you knock and shout hello, the more apparent it is that there is a noise coming from probably just behind the door. But no one seems to be answering.
I'm here to do more work on the house. Can you let me in?
No, they don't seem to be coming, but you can still hear this vague murmuring and banging.
He will wait a while because maybe they're in the middle
It's
of
your
something.
plight.
If they're in the middle of like doing something with the pipes, and you don't want to leave things with like pipes hanging off the wall or stuff.
As a builder, you've heard that murmur. That
How the hell did they manage to get bloody American bits in there? Where am I going to fit that?
Yeah. I'll leave him a little bit. So it'll be a little while before he gives up and heads back.
By the way, I have received a second GM reroll.
Really?
No one wants you to survive this.
We are not.
at least, guys, at least pretend like you want us to live. Come on, put up the act.
Don't worry about. There doesn't appear to. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, a third, but this one's specifically for Odin. Oh dear, you've done something wrong.
Ben wants us to die.
Oh, the use on. Oh, thanks, Ben.
Still, it seems to fade away a bit. This noise, like they're moving away from the door, but they don't seem to be reacting to you in any way.
Oh no, they're one of those assholes. Somebody else will get. Leland.
Okay, he'll go around he'll go back and find the front door is open.
Okay.
Flip back to the others for a bit because I've been standing outside the front door, outside the tradesman's door for a while.
You could try and you're getting re-rolls now. You could try and break it open if you want. Or
No. I'm not going to try and break
particularly-
open my employer's door. Come on.
Awful things to fix, though. Come on, you're making jobs for
Yeah,
yourself.
precisely.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That shows that none of you work in HVAC. Yes, it is broken, but now it's very broken. We'll have to replace it.
Yeah, that's going to cost more.
Yeah.
I'm going to head back out and I will discover that the front door is open unless these two shut it by the time they've finished their conversation.
I probably will.
Mick Foyle will jump to you first. What are you doing inside? You're in the interior now, I take it. Yeah. What you see is, you're in a hallway that leads off to several different rooms. There's a hallway leading left. There's one that leads off straight onto the back of the house and a couple of rooms there. There's one that leads right. And then there's a big staircase that goes up and around to probably the first floor.
Is it quite dark?
Hopefully. It is rather dark in there, yeah. Most of the windows are just letting in stray beams of light. They're either too too grimy and messed up, but most of them are boarded up as well. It seems like pretty much every window on the ground floor that you can see from the hallway has been boarded up at some point, and there are, on the inside where you've come in, there are also another load of glass panes fitted against the well, not fitted, but just leaning against the wall where someone's left them behind. It's all rather dusty. It doesn't, it looks like there's a lot of building work in. There's a lot of wooden paneling, but there's various bits where it's been pried off or there's bits broken. There is actually also some attempt being made at central heating, but most of that is loose pipes that are bent or broken, and big old cast metal radiators that are standing in the middle of rooms that haven't been fitted.
Modern conveniences.
Right, well, like any good journalist, I've come prepared, so I will bring forth my torch, if it's not too unreasonable.
That's actually a good idea. I'll just quickly go round everyone. So Richard Plow has brought in several tools. He's got a leather tool belt. You have brought a torch and a notebook. Have you got anything else on you?
No, probably not. Notepad, pencil, torch, and that's about it.
Wally Goose, what are you packing?
I don't have anything in my gear. Can I just say whatever I want?
You can within
Can I-
reason. If you say, I brought a Tommy gun, I will immediately eject you from the game by murder.
Well, I was gonna say bazooka, so I mean, but that's
That's a bit
future
early.
when,
No.
Didn't
I'm not sure
have
they've
them,
been
no.
invented yet, have
No.
they?
Yeah, no, they haven't. I
You'd
know,
have to have a
No,
mortar with you.
Yeah.
AK-47, yes, possibly not.
One of those Chinese rockets. They've been around for a while.
Hank, we brought a tank.
Yeah, we brought a proper
No.
Mark One.
You've
big
got
one.
One
the
time.
very basic. You don't want to be in those either because a lot of them.
No, yeah, they're not that great. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of them, the piping didn't connect to the engine,
No.
so it just
and
filled
the
with
paint,
smoke.
yeah, and the paint chipped off, so when you got shot at, it went zipping round and cut you up.
Yeah.
I
Chat
don't really
is
know.
recommending dynamite.
Oh, can I ask for dynamite?
You cannot.
Dynamite.
Why would you bring dynamite? You're a private
Chat.
investigator.
Why
What
would
do
you
you
have
have on
dynamite?
you?
I don't know. Chat seems like a reasonable bunch. Right, yeah, sorry. Can you give me one moment?
What about, like,
I will switch over to Morty.
Hello.
What have you got on you? A hip flask?
Yes, I have a hip flask. I have a
Bar.
silver-topped pen, actuary's notepad, a small hand drill secreted about my person, a pocket knife, because what gentleman
A
goes out without a
small
pocket knife?
hand drill. Please
Yes.
explain that further.
Because I need to assess the integrity of the woodwork of the building,
Okay, then.
or
I will let you have it.
drill holes and things.
Yeah.
I have a handkerchief and a bowler hat and a cigarette case with cigarettes, obviously, and a lighter.
Okay, that seems...
And
I-
no clothes.
No
None
clothes
whatsoever.
It's just
No.
a bowler hat, a cane, and
Handkerchief.
at least the handkerchief draped.
Strategically placed.
Ooh.
To cover your armpits.
Oh, I suppose I could put some clothes in my
Is-
inventory. All right.
Is this game going on Garblag Special Patreon? Or...
Ah, no.
the only
OnlyFans,
fans version? Yeah.
No. I imagine you're rather well dressed.
Business
as well.
attire.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm
And
probably
we'll-
in pinstripe and
Yeah.
not quite tails, but close on. Frock coat. Let's go with
Can
that.
I have brass knuckles?
Yeah.
I think that
used last time.
What? What would you say your background is to having brass knuckles, as opposed to maybe a little
I-
knife
It was from
or
his
something?
mum.
No, I bought them
Or
because
a-
I thought I'm gonna be a cool private investigator. And then my first case was, yes, can you find mittens for me? I guess
You
these
got mittens out of that tree quite quickly.
yeah. No, yeah, no, I don't have to
Mittens
have
was
them.
never the same.
I just can't really think of what like I'd need aside from like maybe a notepad. Like, because I'm a private investigator, most of the tools I would have would just be like myself. I just need to find
What about a little
somebody.
spyglass,
Good running
like
shoes.
Sherlock Holmes? Little
I guess,
spyglass,
yeah.
like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Is there like a pipe? Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Deerstalker
too-
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, how far
Again.
down the tree version of a detective have you gone without being anything like them?
Did you become
why-
a private detective on a
'cause I
whim?
thought- No, I am one because I thought I'd be like Sherlock.
Yeah,
I'd be
he
like,
read
yes.
the books.
So you probably have a magnifying glass and a pipe.
Yes.
Deerstalker
And
a
possibly
pipe
a
and
deerstalker.
crippling heroin addiction.
Well, it turned out in that case it wasn't. Your case it is, but in that case it wasn't crippling. But you don't quite have that 90+ intellect to. sustain-
Nowhere close. No. Yeah, I'll have like
This is
I'll
the
have
point
a,
where Pete
yeah.
shuts
I'll
off
have
our
like
channel.
yeah, I'll have like a fairly alright suit. Like I imagine I dress nice enough. A little detective's hat, like you know the 1920s one.
Got a brown derby, I would say. A nice
Yeah.
brown suit.
Exactly. But I
Remember
don't
that.
look like nice. I look just nice enough to get employed. And then yeah, like a magnifying glass and various little things for looking around.
Okie dokie. In that case, we'll go back to Mick Foyle because you were entering the building and looking around. So
I'll switch my torch on, kind of give a look around, and I'll be asking out loud for the concierge. But now that I've got my torch out, what was the stuff that got in my face that doesn't come off?
are you? How are you trying to?
Point to get right in your face.
Yeah,
Well, I assume I walked through it.
yeah.
So
You're
it must have
looking
back to the way you
around
came.
for it.
Yeah, so it must be behind me or where came from. So is it hanging from the ceiling?
You can see a lot of dust floating around, but cobwebs or something sticky or you can't really see anything hanging there. But you can still also, even now, still kind of feel it on your face. It's rather uncomfortable and just like, You know how you walk through a cobweb and you keep trying to rub it off and you feel it slowly go down your face and you keep trying to rub it off and in
What kind of cobwebs have
in
you
this
worked?
case,
No
big
idea.
ones.
No,
Where
no.
have you been?
Well,
What's Belgium like?
you should see the spiders.
Really? I don't think I want to. Thank you.
I'll ask.
There's a lamppost next to our fence, and I have to walk that way to get to my car. And I always forget and walk in between them, and basically,
And the spider
Full of
gets disappointed
cobwebs.
every time you break through. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
nearly. Next time.
Well, the spider goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake! I just
Just
fixed
built-
that, man.
You don't have that, Chuck.
I
Do you have
say I
any
forget
idea?
every time, but haha. Take that
Doing it on
spider.
purpose. Yes.
Mm.
I will call. Miss
it's-
Foyle. Hello. I didn't realize you would be here.
Greetings. Do we know
Yes.
each other?
Yeah, I'm from the bank. You
Ah.
are from the newspaper.
Yes. You've read one of my articles.
I may have done. Yes, I found it quite amusing.
Oh, well, thank you. And he goes to shake your hand.
Well, I will. Yes, why not? I will put my hip flask in my other hand.
Always
And-
jolly good to meet a reader of the paper.
Yes, I
can-
particularly liked your bit on the local water courses. That was fascinating.
At
Yes.
this point,
some
to
interesting
interrupt
ornithology. Sorry.
briefly, I will say that Richard has also arrived at the front door. If you're
Oh,
going that way,
Yep.
so there's a
if
group of
Morgan
you
had
sort of
shut the
gathered.
door, I'm gonna open it
Yeah.
again if I hear someone
Where,
knocking on it.
where is this blasted concierge?
I'm going to call her Mrs. Wright. Mrs. Wright, is there a Mrs. Wright in the building?
As you're calling out, you hear footsteps from the staircase.
Hark! I hear
George.
footsteps.
If you look up, you see the outline of a woman in the dark because it's still rather gloomy in there. And
Oh,
she sort of
I was
walks
thinking,
to
I'm not
the
that
edge
old.
of the staircase and looks down at you and goes, "Yes, can I be of assistance?"
Yes, we would all like a drink and maybe some sandwiches.
Oh my goodness.
Do
I'm
you want sandwiches?
afraid I'm the kitchen and the pantry and even the storeroom are rather bare at the moment with all the works going on. No one's actually living here, and I can probably.
I'll shine my.
perhaps-
As she says that, I'll shine my torch around at all the
Where-
dust that you mentioned and say, all the works. It seems quite dusty for somewhere where there's so much works. This is not work dust. This is dust.
Real old woman, just like, well,
yeah, she just looks around to the left and the right, and she said, looks at you and I don't know what to tell you, but you should see what we've done with the second floor. So
Yes, we would like to see that. Can we see that, please?
upstairs.
Perhaps you should have a look downstairs first.
But you said we should look upstairs.
She's winking constantly as she says this.
confused.
Perhaps you should go upstairs.
Downs. Or downstairs.
Or just get consumed by something. Wait, what was that last part? No, I didn't get that part. No, remember.
Just for
Perhaps
clarification,
devoured.
because I'm not so architecturally, my architectural awareness isn't fantastic. I'm a mere journalist. I take it the second floor is up, right?
That is usual.
Well, yes.
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 But you want us to go down?
Well, you can look around the ground floor a bit if you want.
You said the
where-
second floor.
Ah, yes. You should see what we've done with the place. And at that
Is that
point,
what the builder was working on?
Oh no, the builder was mainly working on the ground and the first floor. But at that point, she seems to sort of lose track of the conversation with you and start wandering off into the hallways of the first floor.
This is.
Nothing is amiss here. This is they're all just
To be honest,
really
if you've
confused.
worked with anyone with any degree of money, this is actually pretty normal.
The housekeeper.
Well, yeah, but
she doesn't really have that much,
I've
though.
seen Downton Abbey. This is all normal behaviour.
And you research. Excellent.
Mick, at this point, actually, Mick and Richard, I'm going to ask you both to roll a. I want to say spot hidden, but I am probably going to make sure it's more of a hearing test. So, which one is that again? Listen. Sorry.
That makes sense.
Listen, and I press the green one for a basic roll.
Yep, it's just a
Failed.
bog standard.
Oh.
I failed by less than him.
Yeah.
And that's the battle.
What are you two doing? Why are you tipping your heads like that?
I'm not, apparently, because I don't notice anything.
Oh no! You do.
Oh, all right.
That's the thing. Richard.
I didn't
is
fail by enough, damn it.
a faint. Oh no! Maybe you
Fate
should have gone the
is
other way.
behind
Yeah. No, Richard. Here's that faint banging of pipes again, and it reminds him that there was
Oh,
clearly
yeah, I
someone
know there was someone
working.
downstairs. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is confusing. That's
And in Mick Foyle's case, you start to hear a slight. Is it skittering or what is it? Something seems to be moving. Like there's a brief noise of something moving around in or near the walls towards the back of the house. Strange.
It's not disconcerting at all.
Both
No, not at all.
Morty and Wally Goose don't hear anything though.
Yeah, we're having a nice conversation about,
So
What? That old woman, she wasn't very helpful. Who are you?
Who are you addressing
You
that to?
opened the door. I thought
All
you were
of us.
Mrs. Right. I'm talking to the young whippersnapper with the brown hat.
Okay.
The one with the deerstalker and the pipe.
Yeah, I'm Wally Goose. I'm a private investigator.
Oh,
I'm
you
looking
gave
for...
me your card. I forgot.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
it's
That's
the
okay. Yeah.
He's with me.
hills.
Yeah, I'm looking for the missing builder.
There's a missing builder.
Yes,
Yes, there is. I realise I should tell you that because we'll have to find him. Yes, very
That's
sad
interesting.
story. Yes.
This chap here looks like a builder. Maybe it's him.
Well, this
you
builder
missing?
chap here seems to be the replacement for said missing builder and wasn't even told he was missing. He was informed that the
Ooh.
gentleman was sick.
Ooh.
Well, you know what you could do? You could get all of his details now, and then when he goes missing, you could write a story about it.
I already have.
Oh,
I said
and
I
then
already
someone
have.
could hire me to find him.
I
I
feel
like
like
this.
Morty is a very high functioning drug.
Very. Yes, absolutely.
He actually
work
puts
for a very
on the
important bank.
drunkenness.
Thank you.
Right,
It
gentlemen.
sounded like there was someone working downstairs.
Yeah,
If you want to
what
know,
what are you going to do? You're all sort of gathered in this hallway just beyond these two big
I'm quite
metal
interested to
doors,
see what work
big
they've
iron
done.
doors.
I would like to see the second floor. I think that could be very.
But that is a good point. That sorry, did you say you heard builders downstairs?
yeah, there seemed to be someone working on some pipe work downstairs,
Well, they might know something about this
Plumbers.
missing
presumably.
missing builder. So perhaps I should go downstairs.
Let's go see if we can find them.
And then you two gentlemen, do you want to go upstairs and take a look at the
Well,
second floor?
Going upstairs. I need to assess the property in terms of its habitability. I think that's worth consulting.
We should basically split up. We can cover more ground that way.
We could look for clues.
Yes.
Come on, Scooby.
Gang, we need to split up.
Okay.
Now. Oh boy.
Where are Morty and Wally going?
Oh,
Go
I was
try
about to
and
say,
find
I'm
a
not
flight of
really sure.
stairs.
But you're
Yes.
pretty much right in front of them.
Ah!
They're sort of the hallway moves out from the doorways. There's several rooms to your left and right, and then it opens up to a big central hallway where there's a staircase moving up.
Are there
into
any
the first-
candlesticks or candelabras or anything?
You'd not in the hallway. You'd probably have to look
Quick,
around.
let me light my
several of
dynamite
the
so we can see it.
rooms.
Let me light my extra long cigar. We'll just go
Unless you
upstairs,
had a
'cause-
torch or
No,
No, we'll just go upstairs in the complete
we'll go
pitch
upstairs.
black.
The windows
Yeah.
hopefully aren't
it's not-
boarded up there.
totally dark. It's just rather gloomy on the inside.
Okay. I will be on the lookout for candles and things, just in case.
You're going up to the first floor then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas we are descending into the lair of whatever is here to get eaten.
Oh no, I think it's upstairs.
I think it's in both directions.
To be fair, yeah, that's a very good likelihood that we're both heading into the lair of the. Maybe they're in two
That's
entirely
fine.
different beasts. You'll walk into the vampires'
Why
chambers,
have you
and-
disturbed my rest?
and we'll walk into the zombie hordes.
Terribly
in the
sorry,
basement.
Count.
As you walk up these steps, you come into another first floor hallway. There are rooms around you on all sides. And at that point, I'm going to ask for another listen test for both
I haven't rolled
Morty
anything
and
yet. This is exciting.
yeah, for
Yes.
both Morty and Wally.
A listen, a
listen.
green listen, you say?
Yeah.
Green listen. I also fail.
I fail because
Welcome
I'm
to Call of Cthulhu, where you're normal people and fail at almost every
You can't even hear
opportunity.
properly.
Yeah, you can't
No.
even hear things. But in this case, you do hear things, which
Just
is
not the right
worse.
things.
Yes. You're
Bless me. Sorry.
there's a room roughly across from where you came up the staircase, and you can hear the slight tinkle of a piano or music
Ooh.
coming from it.
Somebody is
Ooh.
playing
Like
the
brief-
piano.
Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding, ding.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, bum,
Sorry.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we will
yeah.
obviously go investigate.
Of course. Yeah. We're professionals. Hello. Excuse me. You're playing a nice tune. Can we come
So
see you?
professional.
Yeah. This is my first missing persons case. I gotta make a good impression.
So you're
you're-
going to actively go
Yeah,
into that room? Yeah, you're
Well,
calling
he's
out.
calling
or-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how close is the room? Like
The
to where we
room
are?
is literally across the staircase. So it as you came up the staircase, the room straight across from you, if you were to walk around the staircase, would be it's the room. It's a room towards the doorway again.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
the door open? Is it ajar?
It's slightly ajar, and everything. It hasn't really gotten much lighter here on the first floor. Everything still seems to be that vague gloominess.
I will push the door open with my cane, not stepping through.
It's a rather dark and dingy room, but there's several musical instruments lying around. But at the back there appears to be a piano, with a person slumped over it. But the same dust that is filling the rest of the house is even more present here.
Mr. Goose! Mr. Goose, there is
Yes,
a
yeah.
person in need of your assistance.
Oh, do they need a cat being found?
I think they might need more than that.
Oh, right. Yeah, they think their significant other's cheating on them. Gotcha. Right. Okay.
That
yeah, I
could well be it. Yes, potentially a client. In you go.
Oh, okay.
push him
hello.
through the door.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm probably gonna have a look to see. Do they look like they're asleep? Because I'll probably be quiet. I don't want to be like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, they look kind of.
To look
Their
at
heads
sleep.
slumped forwards.
They
Their
were
torsos,
just playing
their
the piano.
hands
Well, they could have been like.
are next to the piano keys, leaning on them, but not really.
I'll
set to
stand near the
play
door and be
quite
like,
wide.
"Excuse me,
And their bodies slumped over the keys slightly.
are you asleep? Are you asleep?"
Gonna push him in
Anything?
the room.
There's no
Ah!
reaction. Are you
Yeah, I get
going
pushed.
into the room?
I'm
No,
pushing him into
Morty's
the room.
pushing me in.
Okay.
Oh
Bingo.
gosh!
Come on.
Yep. No,
Fortune
they
favours the bold.
don't appear to be reacting in any way.
Ah!
All into
Oh. Right into the drum set.
Are you approaching the person, or are you just sort of still? You're still behind them at this point, so they're.
Hello.
If you'd walk over to them, you'd sort of be maybe to their side a bit.
I don't like it. Like in all seriousness, I don't know like how you would deal with this situation because if this person, I know this is a monster or a trap or something, but like if this was a real person, how terrifying would this be? A stranger's like, "Hi there, are you awake? Oh, what are you doing in my house? Yeah, no, I'm a private investigator. What are you doing in my house?"
In all
Sorry.
honesty, if you fall asleep over a piano, you kind of
Yeah,
deserve it.
Oh,
Like
no.
someone should
Coming to
probably
you,
check on
frankly.
you
Yeah.
at some point just to make sure you're okay.
Yes.
It's
See if
probably
they
not
have
a
a
bad
pulse.
thing.
I'll do like a first responder, like just check if they are actually alive, kind of. So I'll
Yeah.
go over to check their
So
pulse.
you go over and
Yep.
you reach across to hold.
Yeah.
Are you touching them or are you just?
Of course, I'm touching them. I
Gonna
mean,
go for the wrist.
well, I would like to say at any point do they react to me speaking to them? No.
There's
Okay,
no
then yeah,
reaction, so-
I'm not gonna go right to their neck. I'm just gonna do a kind of very gentle on the shoulder, like hello. Because if they're
As
dead, we need to phone a
you
mortuary.
do that,
Mhm.
you become faintly aware because you can sort of see across them now of this big hollow gap across their chest.
Ooh, sanity roll.
And I'm going to let you roll for sanity now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that is a fair. That is fair. Yeah, that's
What's
pretty
happening? Are they okay?
fair.
You can't
Okay,
really
so
see this
the
from the
green
back,
one
Morty.
for
You
sanity,
can see
yeah.
I
that,
know.
that
I fail.
Wally's
I fail.
eyes
This is
have
freaking me
gone
the
right.
fuck out.
Okay, you may roll D4 and you lose D4 sanity.
Okay.
Oh, it's not that much then.
We're getting there.
3.
Yep.
Chip
you
it
can
away.
take 3 sanity off of your current sanity.
I'm now down to 62 sanity.
You've got more than me.
If you, by the way, if you lose 5 or more in one go, you may suffer a bout of madness.
Oh god, lovely.
What fun.
Yay!
But
That's
yeah, you
That's
reach
Cthulhu.
across, you grab hold of them, and you sort of gently shake it, and then your eyes open up as you notice this big cavity where their chest is, but it's dark. You can't see what's in there, and
probably for the best.
a
That's
slender,
probably good.
kind of a slender, hairy, stickish arm reaches out, something you're not expecting at all, and a second one comes out, and then you just hear on the piano, ding, 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 and it's this hairy, sticky, yeah. And
Something's inside the corpse playing the piano.
you
Apparently.
can either choose to
Scream
jump
and run away?
and scream,
I'm gonna-
or I will let you roll for sanity again if you want to try it.
What, being like, oh, can you play that tune? What's that old little ditty?
Let's do a duet.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
gonna,
Keep up.
yeah, I'm gonna leave in a succinct manner. Let's just say, let's get out of here.
Are
Zoinks!
you gonna tell Morty about what happened, or are you just blanking the idea of anything you didn't?
Yeah, I'm
see?
gonna-
It
I'm
must
gonna
have
be
been
like-
a mistake.
You
Yeah,
seem a
I'm
bit
gonna-
pale.
You're definitely pale.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Drink
then
of
you should have
anything.
brought one.
Oh, well, fuck you then. Tiny little. His arms, but there isn't
What?
arms. His
What?
arms in the stomach.
Arms.
The arms
Ah,
coming
what?
out. Yeah, no.
What?
No, it's fucked up in there, man. His arms.
I think you've had that
Yeah.
language, young man.
It's, well, okay, well, they're
By
hairy
the
arms
way,
then.
Wally Goose, if you want to describe it to Morty, please have a look in your handouts on Roll20.
Oh, God. Do I have something like.
Got extra detail now.
Oh, my lord. Okay.
I don't
Okay,
wanna know.
yes, I can see that now.
La 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 la.
So,
I'm
it
just
you
gonna take my
know,
headphones off now. Sorry, can't hear a word
Okay.
today.
it looks so the arms kind of looked like legs, but legs
What?
on the most
What?
terrifying creature you ever imagined. They kind of look like
My
spider
wife?
legs.
What?
Oh, no, that's not nice.
This is recorded for
I-
posterity.
That's not
My
nice.
ex-wife,
Morty.
then.
Oh, no, it's still not nice. Well, they're hairy, but I feel like you're just going to build on that pyre, which isn't very... What really killed the horror element. I just
Morty.
still be like, that's not nice, Morty.
Wally is visibly shaken. He's pale.
I mean, if you
very
don't believe me,
Rambling
you can
about
go in
these
there.
hairy
I think we
like
should go and have a
legs,
sit
like
down.
spider legs. They're really horrifying.
You should have a drink. Here, have some of mine, and maybe we'll sit down and have a cigarette and just take a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
I've
maybe
seen
we
this
should
sort of
do
thing
it
before.
outside the house. I feel more comfortable if we were
I
outside
need
the house.
to investigate the house.
Well, do you want to investigate that room? Because
No.
I think no, you don't. Well, I don't
No.
want to investigate the house. I think we should leave. I'm
Well-
drinking all of it if you don't stop me.
I will stop you.
At that
Okay.
point, whilst you're all drinking, we'll swap over to Richard Plow and Mick Foyle. You're moving
Yes.
towards the.
I'm trying to find the way
Got
down
the
to the
moon.
basement,
Yeah.
really.
McFoy.
At this point, you're moving towards the back of the house because there's a bit more light there. There seems
Yeah.
to be a conservatory at the back, and maybe you can see
Sure.
what's going on. Mick, as you pass one of the panelled walls, they're all rotted and kind of broken up, and there's cracks in them, there's tears in them, there's bits that have been ripped off. Would you mind making a spot hidden check for me?
Spot hidden.
Yep.
Oh, that's not too bad. Let's see what happens. Success!
First successful roll of the night.
Now, you have the opposite problem.
You succeeded
Yes.
on a noticing things roll in a game of Call of Cthulhu.
So, briefly, you hear that kind of skitter again that you heard earlier, and you seem to see something shadowy in one of the between one of the cracks, but you can't quite.
I'll in classic news journalist style, I will shine my torch over and put my face closer towards it to see what it is. Just curiously going,
What you see is. You sure that's there? It's almost like you're shining your light on it, and it's almost like there's a face in there, but it's sort of slacker and more drawn than a normal face. Everything's loose, like there's no muscle behind it, or it's not being held in. The elasticity is gone out of it.
so is it
Its
desiccated?
eyes are closed.
I'll get my pencil
Yeah.
and poke it.
As you poke it, what's your expression?
At the moment, curiosity.
Yeah. Without its eyes ever opening, it seems to be copying your expression in a way.
Richard, come look at this.
Fine, sure. Yes, okay, we're going to need to strip all this out and replace it.
You can, by the way,
Get
Mick
this.
Foyle, you can also look in your handouts and see something horrifying.
Oh no.
I'm going to look because he's asking me to look at a thing, and it's like, yeah, I know. Okay,
Yeah,
so what's the damage? What am I going to have to do with this?
You can
Place, if
also
I'm
roll spot hidden.
Okay.
And in your case, hope you pass.
In my case, hope I pass. Well. Oh! I didn't pass.
No. I'm going to add you to.
A special club called the You're Dead.
Yes. So both of you are leaning in with this
Yep.
Mick's got this torch shining on something that's in there, and you're both leaning in and seeing this sagging,
Yeah.
crumpled face. Its eyes are closed, but the moment Richard leans in because of your fantastic fumble, unless you want to, use a reroll.
No, it'll be fun. Let's go with it.
Suddenly, the closer you get to it, you almost notice that it seems to be mimicking Mick's expression of confusion, horror, astonishment, and then these eyes open up,
Oh,
and
God.
instead of human eyes, which you would expect from this slack face, which you hoped you'd never see in a wall anyway, it's these multifaceted eyes set further back from where the face itself is, and it looks at you, and its smile opens up a bit, and you can roll for sanity then before it darts away into the darkness.
Is that both of us?
Both of you.
Sanity roll. Okay, there it is. Ah!
You
Extreme!
are horrified and confused, but somehow you hold it together. You hear that distant banging again, and it draws your attention away briefly. And Mick, did you roll yet for sanity?
Mick fails.
You instead stare into these inhuman, multifaceted eyes that are staring back at you.
I have stared into the abyss, and the abyss has stared back.
Yeah, when Richard's head turns away, you see this grin getting larger and larger. It doesn't open its mouth with a smile, but it's clearly moving far further than a human mouth would grin up, and it's like, and you're just completely shocked and horrified, and you start to tremble slightly.
I was going to say, my hand with the torch begins to tremble.
And you may roll 1d6 and lose that much sanity.
Oh, okay.
It's getting serious now.
1d6, I'll do that over here.
Bouts of madness.
Yeah, if you get 5 or more, it's going to be a bout of madness. Well, maybe.
We'll have a reroll.
On the plus
but
side,
where's the fun in
you
that?
have a reroll. You could take that if you want. I'll let you.
Can't make it work.
Cthulhu!
Yeah.
What I
Okay.
like
Meant to
though
go
is
mad.
like you'd get that, and it's like, oh, I only got a 5.
Where do I, so I take away that from my sanity points. Where's that?
Sanity, so
yeah,
it's
on
just
sanity,
under
you can-
characteristics. So like it's on the right hand side of the
Where you
first-
rolled, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you rolled sanity. You.
Yeah.
Take that down.
If you ever get to 100 sanity, you are truly insane.
Gone too far out.
For those with no context, you can only get to 99 in Call of Cthulhu. It's the highest
Well,
you can
yeah.
sell it.
Unless you're not human, then you can go beyond.
But then you're the one wearing the boots and doing the stomping. So
Yeah.
So shall we do a bout of madness?
Well, you are first.
you become alcoholic. Oh, how can
I think you have to roll an intelligence test first. I recall quickly. And in this case, you have to hope you fail. Because basically, if you fail, your brain represses this horrifying experience. And if you pass, which you did,
Which I did.
you're fully comprehensive of you've seen this face look at you and copy you. It's alive and it's in the walls, and you can now suddenly hear this scurrying coming from almost all around you, in all of the walls, and these eyes were looking into your soul. But not just one eye, there were loads of them. And at that point, you briefly lose control of yourself. And you run off into the house, I will say.
Do I drop my torch as I do it?
Of course.
Yes. You
Excellent.
almost always drop the thing you're holding that could help you. That's Call of Cthulhu. That's how it goes.
It runs away.
Yeah, you
Screaming.
run away screaming. Richard suddenly realizes that you were both looking at something, but you can't quite remember what it was. But you see Mick
I'm
push
going
past
to-
you, and he runs off clear into the house.
I
to
will
find
pick up his
safety
torch
somewhere.
and follow after him because something's not right with the poor man.
Yeah, can you Mick?
I mean,
roll
seriously, it was just
1d10?
cockroaches.
In this case,
1d10.
because it's a one shot and we're gonna be having everything happening. Usually it's 1d10 hours of madness, but we're gonna have minutes of madness.
I see. 9 minutes
And-
of absolute
Yeah.
Hyper
madness.
compressed
Yeah.
madness.
You're running off into the house at that point. You have no control over what you're doing. You're just screaming and running in terror because you've seen something that is horrifying. And you disappear off into the rooms beyond where you were looking into this crack. Richard sees you run off,
Yeah.
and I am going to alter something in your background at this moment for when you come to. Mick, the moment later when you regain your sanity briefly, you're very sure in your mind you were told to come here because there's a terrible secret here, and you know there's a secret here, and you have to find it. You feel compelled to find it. It's every fiber in your being wants to go and look at it and stare it in the eyes and write about it and tell the entire world so that they can understand it too.
Like a true journalist should.
Yeah, but badly in this case.
Oh dear.
Oh crap.
Also, you're getting a lot of re-rolls tonight, but no one seems to be using.
Well, it's like, do
Everyone's
you want to
throwing
take
re-rolls
less of a
at you, but
sanity
you
loss?
just
It's
want
like
to go mad. That's fine. I'm happy
we haven't
with
had
that.
a situation where it's like, oh well, if we just had, if the chances were just a little bit closer, it's like, no, we're fucked.
Oh, we
Because
could
what
have defeated the giant and ancient evil if only I'd rolled a little bit better on accounting.
it is appreciated, but it's one of these things where it's like, it's just like, well, fuck. I guess I'm only taking 4 loss of sanity. Woohoo!
Richard,
Oh, no, wait, I can get further into the house before my face gets eaten. Oh, good.
Richard, what are you doing at this point?
I'm following
You've got
him.
the torch.
Got the torch. I'm going to follow the poor man.
He's
Seriously,
pretty
he must be like phobic for cockroaches or something.
soft.
I thought they're spiders. I assumed webs and the
Spiders.
legs.
Maybe there were spiders. Yeah, it was something like
You
that.
see whatever the brain makes up for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caterpillars, which are scary.
Probably spiders, yeah. There's probably just a nest of spiders under there, and he's just, phobic
He's
of
just
spiders.
lost it, and yeah. You yourself, you can't quite remember what it was that you saw. It was probably just a bunch of
probably
spiders
just a bunch of
stuck
spiders,
together.
and the poor guy's
It's a little, yeah.
Phobic of spiders or something.
You see
I'll
him
go for
run
it.
off into a door on your right, and
Bang!
you can hear him stamping. Yeah, he smashes it open though as well. It's just and keeps running. You can hear this stomping going off into the distance, and then you sort of lose track of it a bit. But you
I'll
can
try and
follow it
find
in
him.
the direction.
Yeah, I'll try and find it.
The first room you shine your light into, the torchlight, appears to be a kitchen. Well, the main kitchen. It's pretty grim as well. They're clearly the kitchen is not yet on the list of things that have been worked on.
Wow.
There's several rooms leading off from there, though.
This is going to be more than 2 years.
There's 3. There's one directly to your right.
Which one
a
has a
bit
door
further.
wide open with a dent in the middle of it where he face planted it? And it's
Well, that's the strange thing. All 3 doors appear to be open, but you could maybe try and listen, see if you hear.
Well, I'll listen, see if I can hear where he's got to.
Yeah.
Listen. There it is.
Anyway, Dan, by the way,
I fail.
you have also gained Cthulhu Mythos now, so your sanity would... I don't think we'll
maximum
worry
sanity
about
is
it
lower,
this
but I
time.
don't think
Yeah,
it's
your
really-
sanity
it's not
would be
really-
permanently
yeah.
lowered, but it's unlikely these characters are gonna
Yes.
Well, like,
survive.
yeah, because
require
that's the whole point of
any
getting
secondary
Cthulhu Mythos. Is it's like,
investigations.
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
it's
If you bring these characters back, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you learned from these
But
interactions.
the
yeah.
advantage you do have is because you rolled the maximum, you're slightly attuned to the horrors that you've seen.
Which is kind of
That's
like,
a
you know,
good thing.
yeah. Well, it's
not,
like
not for you,
yeah.
because you're still bordering on insanity every time you see something horrific from now on.
it's like, you know, it's like meeting a cannibal and knowing like what kind of flavor they like their people to taste. It's like, well, that's
interesting information.
I guess that's an advantage. I can prepare
true.
myself.
Yeah. Richard, instead of the... That's strange. Instead of his footsteps, you can hear that banging again. It's closer this
no.
time. You're pretty sure that the cellar is around here somewhere. Probably a bit further in. If you go straight on, might find it.
I'm still trying to find Mick, really. So I'll carry on looking around to try and find him.
All 3 doors are open. You'll either have to take a guess.
Pick the one straight ahead.
That's roughly where you heard the noise of the banging
I'll
coming
have a
from.
look straight ahead, because probably that's where he would have gone. Yes.
You've come into what looks like a laundry room.
Okay.
But at the back of it is also a staircase leading down, which probably goes to the cellar.
Cool. Mick, where'd you go?
The screaming that you heard when he first ran off has stopped. And his footsteps seem to have stopped somewhere as well. And
I'll have a
you're
quick look
just-
in the other 2 rooms.
Yeah. If you dart into the first room closest to you from the laundry,
Yep.
then you'll notice that the room, it's a storeroom, and it's probably where the food goes out from the kitchen through there to somewhere else in the house when they're serving.
Yep.
But the room at the door at the end of that, leading out to wherever, seems to be open as well. So there's a good chance he went through there.
Okay.
At this point, I'll swap over. Or do you want to take a quick break, anyone? If you don't mind. Mainly, I want to take a quick break.
Oh, okay. I follow. Yeah.
So we'll take a
You're in charge.
You're the
10-minute
boss.
break as I run away in abject terror.
Wait, isn't that supposed to be our job?
Well, I know what's going to happen, so I'm just completely terrified.
Okay. Cool.
He's got
Okay.
all the pictures.
See you in a minute. then.
I made them. Right, see you in a minute. We'll come back and murder some more players in a bit. Thank you for joining us now. Stay with us, get some snacks, get some drinks, and see us in about 10 minutes. Okay. Hello there, and welcome back to Garblag Call of Cthulhu. I hope you all managed to gather up some snacks and drinks, and we'll continue this epic saga of murdering these 4 fine gentlemen. Skip over, even though they're eating and drinking at the moment, we'll skip over to Morty and Wally.
Oh, we're eating
Hello,
and
yes,
drinking.
Yeah.
We are
In the
mostly
game as well.
drinking in game. It's
Yeah.
verisimilitude. We are professional streamers. Well, we would be if Pete would pay us.
Wally,
Yeah.
you're starting to. Why he doesn't pay you? Oh, right.
I get paid in peanuts, but I don't like peanuts. So
Oh, you
it's-
get peanuts. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I don't like them.
What about all those shares? Garblag shares.
Oh, we didn't get you in on those, did he? Oh,
Garblag fine
later.
shares.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Like
Wally
Spy
and
Pyramid.
Morty. Wally, you're starting
Hello.
to hear a lot of noises, like the legs that you heard playing the piano, and the kind of creaking and then moving around near you somewhere. But yeah, Wally doesn't seem quite.
We need to go. We need to go right
Are you-
now.
Okay, let's go upstairs then.
What? Going upstairs. We need to go away. Like run away. Like
No.
away.
Oh, we need to go upstairs. Mrs. said we needed to go upstairs.
But the little
So, let's
hands.
go
I told you
upstairs.
about the hands.
Well, we'll be further away from the little hands if we go upstairs. Believe me, Sonny, I've seen strange things in my time, and little hands does really cut
I've
it.
seen things that'll put hair on your chest that make the hair fall out and the hair grow back on your chest.
Okay. Lots of hairy chests going on there.
Yeah.
Ancient Scottish blessing.
Yeah. Are you actively dragging Wally away, or what are you?
I'm sort of guiding him
Yeah.
away from the scene of his trauma.
Yeah, and I'm probably not going to be like super resisting because, when in times of fear, you're going to want to be close to another human for protection. So I'm probably not going to try and make a break for it on my own because that also terrifies me. So lesser of two fears, I guess.
Okay.
Safety in numbers. They can't get us all. Oh, wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes, they can.
Well,
Okay.
Yes, I'll follow, like, willingly. I'm going to be doing the shaggy kind of like...
Morty. So are you? Where are you going exactly?
We're heading upstairs.
To the second floor.
Yeah, it's the second floor, the much spoken of second floor.
As you move towards that, in front of you there is a rather large mirror plane. It's kind of greasy and grimy, but it's been stuck against the wall so fancy people can check themselves out before they go downstairs for their fancy parties.
Well, I will check myself out in the mirror. Just my cravat. My hat.
As you adjust your cravat, Wally, are you falling in behind?
Yeah, but I'm not like
A little bit behind.
flaunting in front of
You're
the
trying to look
mirror.
at anything. It's like, no, I don't want to. No.
Well, no, I'm trying to
Morty.
look everywhere. I'm just not succeeding in seeing anything.
It's your turn now, Morty. You can roll a spot.
Oh, goody. Spot hidden. I want to fail, don't I? Oh, I failed.
There you go. Do you want to use your reroll?
No.
There were so many rolls in this. Was like, do I want to pass or not?
I mean,
Joe, I would like to remain
There was
drunk.
a specific
Live-
point where it became where you'll find out afterwards why you should pass or not pass things, but I'll just add this.
Do you want to re-roll or do you want to do which one do you think you want to get?
Morty,
Don't.
you're looking
Yes.
you're looking at yourself You're a dapper gentleman. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, adjusting your cravat, and you clearly represent a very high-class bank and a very high-class
I do.
family. And between yourself and the reflection of Wally Goose, who still has a kind of ashen, paley face.
I love I get my full name every time.
Yeah.
Wally Goose.
Well, Mr. Goose, Wally,
Yes.
Mr. Goose. Yes.
Mr. Goose.
I'm sorry, Mr. Goose is my father. Call me Wally.
this much talked about hairy, long, spindly leg seems to be descending down from behind the top of the mirror between yourself and Wally, and you're compelled to look at it for a second, and you see the second one also come down, and it seems like there's something descending down behind you.
I will spin round and bat at it with my cane.
You get a newspaper out and roll it up like, go, shoo.
You spin round and batter air. There's nothing behind you. And
I'm used to this. This is normal.
are you gonna look back at the mirror? That's
Gonna have a drink.
Strange.
And then I'm going to go, don't look in the mirror. Let's go upstairs.
Did I see any of this? I just saw him wave a cane, didn't I?
You want to see any of it?
No, not really. No, I don't. No, yeah, I don't
The
see
moment
anything.
he says, "Don't look in the mirror," are you going to look in
No,
the mirror
no,
briefly by reflex?
No.
you
If he
sure?
says don't, yeah, I'm positive. Fuck that.
Because everyone's kind of compelled to just kind of dart across.
No, I don't think I am. I saw little arms come out of a dead body. I don't care.
You have to make some
Fuck
sort of...
that.
I'd call this a
feel
will
like-
save, but we don't have that.
I
But
feel
whatever
like
the
I
equivalent is.
I want to make you roll that because
Well, maybe make me roll like a sanity check, just to be like, because maybe that phrase freaks me out as much.
I will say.
Given the circumstances, yes. Don't look in the mirror. It's not a reassuring phrase, is it?
No. It especially as a private detective, it kind of draws you towards the mirror at that point.
Oh God! So am I making a roll?
What shall we say? Power, intelligence.
Yeah, but you know what I'm good and bad at.
I do, but
Intelligence.
or we can make you roll luck. I mean, I kind of like.
I'll
those
roll
people,
luck.
right?
I'll
It
roll
kind of
luck.
makes sense. This whole don't look in the mirror. Why? What's in the mirror as you glance over? Just
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I've seen some shit. I'll do luck to see if I see, because it's a big mirror, right?
Yeah, it's
So can we say
it's
I
sort of
try to look
the
away?
back length
Yeah.
of
Exactly.
the wall
Okay.
before
So I tried to cover my eyes, but the fucker is so big that it's actually difficult to not like, because I don't want to close my eyes. It's scary.
It's not that you're just sort
I
of
succeed.
You're briefly compelled. You almost
Just
wanted to look at the mirror, but you didn't.
yeah.
You just managed to.
This will be my only success ever.
It went against all of your private detective instincts to not find out the truth, but you
Yes.
managed to not peer into the mirror. Okay then. And at that point, Morty, are you leading Wally up to
Yes,
the 2nd
we're
floor?
going to go upstairs, and I'm going to absent-mindedly swing my cane such that it breaks the fucking mirror.
That's some absent-minded strength you have there.
Ring, swing, crash. Somewhere behind me, preferably.
It crashes.
That is a
and-
lot of bad luck.
Yeah. As it crashes to the ground, it smashes, it starts to splinter and shatter, and then it just crunches. It wasn't well hung up, and clearly whoever
yeah.
placed it was a big, large, heavy mirror. Mirrors
Very shoddy.
are heavy, and it was a big mirror, and you've smashed the tip of
Someone could have been
the
injured
metal
by
tip
that.
of your cane into it.
Make a note. I say, Mr.
As that,
are you frightened by
uh,
this?
ringing,
Well, you could have warned me if you were going to accidentally do that because,
Uh.
that hurt my ears.
But it was an accident. I couldn't possibly have warned you about an accident.
I guess, yeah. Well, tell me in future if you're going to make an accident.
as that ringing
Okay.
sort of dissipates, you see the reflection of something in one of the shards that falls
Not
to
looking.
the floor.
Well, look either. No.
You don't have to look, but you hear a lot of skittering that you didn't hear before, and somehow you're pretty sure it was always there, but now you can hear it, and there's
That's
something
weird.
moving.
Could you hear something moving, Mr. Goose?
Nope. No, I cannot hear anything. It's all happy and nothing bad's gonna happen. Oh, God.
Okay, Agnes.
Are you sure you haven't lost a bit more sanity than your character sheet suggests?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
this is
sure
nigh.
you lost Dan's sanity, and that was definitely a 6. No, you're
Right, onwards.
uncomfortable at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're
Dashing
we go.
gentlemen such as yourself cannot be halted or stopped. And
No,
you
simple
march up to the
Skitterings
second
and
floor.
skitterings will not stop me.
And the moment you get there, you both fall silent. Richard Plough, what are you
Hi.
currently up to?
I was looking for my... I was about to say good friend, but that's just not the case. My recent acquaintance.
The reporter.
Yeah. A person you saw in the house at the same time as a bunch of other people.
He ran off screaming into a work site. You know, it's fair. I should probably make sure he's not run into
Come
anything
out
sharp.
of the storeroom,
Yeah.
the room across from it, at the front of the house. The door appears to be quite, it's probably slammed open. So, but there's no noise coming from inside. And that tapping, drumming sound of pipes being worked on or something is coming from behind you, back where you were in the laundry room.
But I'm pretty sure that's not Mick, so I'm going to keep looking. I'll go and have a look in the next room.
You come into a dusty old dining room, which there's a big central table that's been covered up. Everything else has been covered up as well. But there's work's been happening around it, same thing as everywhere. And sat right at the end, far into the room, is this catatonic figure of Mick Foyle. He's sat almost as if he was having dinner, maybe, or at some point, he sat himself down there and tried to imagine better times. Who knows? But he's staring straight ahead of him. There's nothing in his eyes to say that he's recognized you. He doesn't even glance up, but he's looking out.
Okay, well, I'll go over and wave my hand in front of his face and...
Catatonic response at the moment.
Yeah.
Completely catatonic.
Come on,
No,
man.
he doesn't.
It was just a nest of spiders.
No.
No, it was more than spiders.
As he says that, Richard, roll a spot hidden check.
Roll a spider check.
Roll a spider
check.
Yes. Spot hidden. I fail. 69.
There you go. As he says, no, it was more than spiders. These legs start crawling up the back of his shoulders, and you sort of see him shudder briefly, but his eyes are still only vaguely focused on what's going on. And yeah, something appears to be crawling up the back of him.
You got something on you there. Just try and swat it away with the torch.
Also, everyone but Mick Foyle now has access to the creepy picture of hairy legs.
Do I want to look?
It's actually not that scary.
It's not that
pretty-
scary.
It's pretty.
Could you make it tot up for me, possibly? If I move it,
I'll
I'm going to end up messing
I'll
up.
show everyone at this point. It'll be
Yeah, it's not that scary.
It's like a
folks.
hairy
It's-
spider leg. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
it's a spider like. Yeah.
It's a sun.
There you go.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. But long.
Long, big.
Long,
Yeah,
It's-
like unnatural. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be trying
The
to
length
swat.
of the legs is probably something like
Yeah.
that. They're long, they're thin and hairy, but
I'm going to be trying to swat things away with the torch,
Yeah.
because I'm holding his torch, so I'm just going to have to wave at his back with this torch.
something. You're waving this torch at him, and Mick, the flashing light starts to bring you to, and you're both very aware of this thing creeping up Mick's back. You're suddenly, Mick, aware that these legs are moving up you, and you can feel a bunch of. You're very,
No.
very frightened
No.
that it's the very
No.
thing.
What is this?
The-
What is this
Yeah.
thing? No!
Um,
No, get it off! Get it off! Get it
At
off!
this point, Richard, I'm gonna ask you, as it kind of draws itself up over his shoulders, ask you to roll for sanity.
It's fine.
You may be
It's...
the first person who knows
I'm-
exactly what it looks like.
Ooh.
Also,
Have
I'm
you
a
seen what it looks like?
terrible drawer, so it's not that horrific. Don't worry.
Oh, you succeed! Holy shit!
Richard
Ew, I
Plough
feel
is made
betrayed.
of sterner stuff.
You see this thing. It is. Is it real? Is it? You've been brought here, and suddenly you're starting to get the impression that I've added it to your handouts.
You're starting to
that
get the impression.
is a very, very large practical joke that people are playing on you. That it can't be.
Obviously. Obviously.
This slack
Go over and
face,
swat it. I'm sure they'll like them. Actually, don't do that if it's a joke.
this
It's
slack
not nice.
human-esque face looms up from behind Mick's shoulders, and these legs are hanging over him. Mick, what are you gonna do?
You know, panic. I'm
I'm
going to try and get it
You
off.
can, yeah, you can feel it, but you can't see it at the moment, which is
If I
probably
can feel
for
where
the
it is,
best.
and I'm going to... Where is it? Where is it? Get it off! Get it off me, please!
I'm gonna stay. Yeah. Usually in this case, you have instability, and you would basically be going into another bout of madness if you saw anything vaguely scary. But because it's a one shot, and we
Hey,
don't.
I want to see the one. I want to
you
try and get to the 100
yeah,
insanity mark by the end of the night.
to completely flip out and run away, and then not have any of the fun. I'm gonna say at this point, your insanity manifests, like your underlying insanity after your bout of madness manifests as this frenzy because you suddenly feel something unnatural on you and you're swatting at it. Are you trying to throw it away, or are you trying to hurt it? What would you say?
I'm trying to throw it off.
Yeah, we'll call that a combat maneuver. And in that case, I will ask you both what your dexterity is.
What?
My
You're
dex
gonna
is
go
60. Do I have to roll something, or...?
No, initiative is in dex order.
Oh,
So,
right. Oh, okay.
yeah.
And this thing beats us in every
But-
stat.
You pretty.
I also have dex
it's
60.
yeah. No, in this case, I'm going to
It's a
let
better credit rating than me.
Mick try to pry it off first. You're trying to move it off you. You're trying to get it off and hurl it across the room, or just get it away from you. I will let you roll a fighting brawl test check as a kind of surprise roll, and then we'll go into actual combat. You can re-roll that if you want. You've been given several re-rolls, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Punch it, punch it.
Well,
Come on, who gets to say they punch a
combat in Call of Cthulhu is you say
You
what you
fail
want
by
to do,
less.
and it's either fighting or it's a maneuver. For
I failed
instance,
by
in
less.
this case, it's a maneuver. You're trying to pry something off you and hurl it. You're not trying to hurt it necessarily, just purely beat it up. You're trying to get it away from you.
Do a suplex. Do a swanton bomb.
Yeah. In this case, you grab hold of it, and you've got hold of these legs. You can feel these two hairy, spindly, but like it's got an exoskeleton. It's something spidery, insecty. You've got hold of it, and it feels unnatural in your hands. And at that moment, you sort of freeze as you're about to pull it off of you, and you feel these other legs dig in into your back to try and stop you from yanking it up, and you don't succeed. And it's very, very sad at this point.
You have that moment of like, and that's when I realized that I was fucked.
Okay. Obviously, the creature attacking you is first in dex order.
Funnily enough.
Obviously.
It will attack first.
Funnily enough, the
Spiders are
spider demon
bit
has high dexterity.
Bit nippy.
Who knew?
It is going to try and bite you. You
That's
can.
not nice.
You can in Call of Cthulhu, you can either try and fight back, or you can dodge. And the difference is obviously you roll on your fight brawl stat or your dodge, but also if you dodge, if it's a draw, then the dodger wins. If you fight back, then the attacker wins, and if it's a draw. So there's some choices to be made.
Oh dear.
Dun 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 dun.
Tell me, McFoyle, what is your fate?
Your lunch.
My fate.
What
That's
are you
a
going to
different
do?
game.
That's a different
Where'd
game.
that be under? I'd be under fate, but
No,
whereabouts is it?
no. You have to choose whether you're going to fight back or dodge.
Oh, sorry.
Don't go softly into that sweet night.
Dodge.
Fight back uses, yeah.
Dodge.
Okay, then. I will roll my roll.
Ah.
The creature failed, and you can roll your dodge check. Not that it makes much difference. In this case, you're sort of still grappling with each other. The arms, these spindly legs move around on your back, and it's what is going on here? And you're still hauling at this creature, but you're just.
Cool.
Richard Plow just sees you and whatever it is that he has just seen.
It's some twisted practical joke, and I'm going to find
around
out what
in
it
the
actually is when I hit it with this torch.
You do, and let's find out who the real giant spider monster is. And you
Exactly.
pull the mask
Pull the
off,
mask
but,
off, and it's
but you just
Morty all
pull.
along.
Yeah, well, you're just pulling, and nothing's coming off, and you're like,
Oh dear.
Well,
Yeah.
it's when you pull the
So-
mask. It's when you pull the mask off the spider and you see something worse, and you're just like,
oh yeah,
Put
like,
it back. Put it back. Put it back.
Cthulhu.
Which one out of the two of you has the highest dex?
out of the two of us, we have
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Then I will let you choose between the two of you who goes first.
What do you think, Dan?
From you.
Okay, fine. I hit it. I hit it with the torch.
You're going to go for fight.
I hit it with the torch.
It will try and dodge you.
Okay.
'Cause that's-
Is it weird that I now have an itchy neck?
Well, yeah, it's human nature.
Yeah, you're starting
Psycho
to,
done it.
where its legs are touching you, you're starting to feel that sort of itchiness.
I succeed on them all. Yeah.
We're actually not doing too bad, which is
It
strange.
also succeeded.
Oh dear.
But it only just succeeded. I succeeded by 13.
But
Can't catch a break.
succeeded.
Ah.
Wait, let's see. Was that half? No. So technically, yours is still a normal success as well. And so is mine. So you lash out at it, but at the last moment, this creepy loose face moves out of the way. You're trying to smash it. What are you hitting it with, by the way?
Torch.
Yeah. The torch goes down and the head.
Is that my torch?
Yes, I'm
moves.
hitting it with your torch.
Yeah. These legs move around and it's sort of sideways now.
I will be avenged.
On Mick's back. But yeah, it manages to avoid the blow. Mick, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try and get it off me again. So I'm going to try to throw it off.
Evil Gilmore, on a dodge draw, the dodger wins. So if you're attacking and the opponent chooses to dodge, then it's a draw and the dodger wins. And if you're attacking and you choose to fight back, or if someone's attacking and they choose to fight back, then the attacker wins on the draw. But it was both the same level of success because Richard didn't roll under half, which would have been a hard success.
Challenging.
And then an extreme is a fifth, I think.
Yeah, it is by those numbers.
Yeah.
Hence my extreme sanity success roll.
That's also the advantage of a higher stat as well. That
all of those things get easier.
Yeah, all of those things get higher as well, so you stand more chance of getting. What
shall I try again?
Mick, you can try and fight back. You can you can try and fight. You can try and maneuver, which is like fighting is trying to hurt it, trying to destroy it in some way, trying to do damage, and the maneuver is anything you can think of that would be trying to move it, get it out of the way, or just do something that is advantageous for yourself.
I will try a
away.
fighting brawl.
Yeah, sure. So you're going to fight it. At this point, it is also probably going to dodge because I can just bite in a minute.
Madness.
Both of you fail, so yeah.
There's flailing.
You're just writhing around with it on
the moral victory.
Who would have thought that builders and reporters are not inherently good martial artists?
Funnily enough,
it's almost like I didn't build pre-gens as the standard kind of investigators for a Call of Cthulhu.
That's fair. Yeah, that's very fair.
The best stats on a Call of Cthulhu character is movement rate.
So you can run away faster, yeah.
Hooray!
Right.
The only viable.
Excuse me a second.
Yeah. Morty, and I was just going to move over to Morty and Wally anyway to keep it.
While we're fighting with a spider in there.
Yeah.
You've walked up these stairs.
Oh, good. Nothing to see, nothing spooky at all.
The hallway in front of you, it not only does it stretch out far longer than, pretty sure longer than the house is long, it also bends, but you can somehow see around the bend and you can see it curling back in on itself in a spiral, and you can all both roll for sanity at this point because that's not something anyone ever wants to see.
That seems unusual.
I succeed. How?
You're ashen faced and you're not quite looking at it as it. You can see that it's going on for a while, Wally, but everything in your mind is
Morty
preoccupied
exceeded.
by this hairy, thin, spindly, but overly long spider's leg that you've seen. And so you're not paying enough attention to the horrific, twisting, unnatural
Yep.
physics in front of you to
Yep.
realize that something is going horribly wrong here.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned, this is normal.
Morty is just going, I feel dizzy up here. But Morty is probably used to feeling dizzy
I didn't
occasionally.
think I'd had lunch yet.
Ooh,
but-
it's just that last sip of the hip flask, that
Yes.
last sip of a G&T or
Maybe-
whatever.
Maybe it's one of
Morty
those
keeps in there.
exotic cheroots I had before I came.
You're thinking, this isn't real. This is just me. I should have had something to eat. If only that concierge had brought something.
Yeah,
for
I
us.
did ask for sandwiches, so this is not
Oh, my
my
Lord.
fault.
Oh,
Onwards.
God.
Yeah.
Off
So-
we go.
It stretches out in front of you and to the side, but you quite quickly come to a corner.
Yeah. Oh,
You
Mr.
can
Goose,
see
Mr.
around.
Goose, very important. If you see a rabbit with a watch, don't follow it. And if a caterpillar offers you any of its mushroom, say no. Okay? Onwards.
Okay. Oh, I don't like this.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're coming close
Okay.
to the heart of the matter, I feel.
Are you sure you want to come?
Yes, I am determined to fully explore
Yeah.
this very long
Okay.
hallway.
Yep, that's fine.
Ollie,
Oh dear. Yep.
as you look past Morty, you've been having weird dreams and nightmares lately. What were they about?
Well, I had these weird dreams about like I was a little fly and I was buzzing around and I saw some sugar. I was like, oh yeah, but I got stuck in something. I was like, no, I'm stuck in something. What am I stuck in? No, and then like and then something big is coming over, but I never know what it is. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's my father I'm thinking of.
Yeah, strange that. But
Yeah.
in that brief moment you think of that, Morty, there's a room in front of you.
Oh,
You know
excellent.
that the hallway goes through that room,
Well, let's go that way.
and it goes around that room. But
Ooh.
the room is there, and you have to go through it.
Okay, well, let's go through the room.
Oh,
As
God.
you step into it,
Come on, Mr. Goose.
yeah,
it is
yeah.
Honk, honk.
covered from top to bottom, from side to side, in this almost invisible, silky, webby, sticky kind of thing. And the moment you touch it, a bit of it gets on your face, and you can't quite rub it off.
I swirl my cane in
I
front
wonder,
of me.
wonder what that could be.
Trying to gather it up.
Oh, right there with you, brother.
Yeah, no, it's everywhere and it's nowhere at the same time, and it's covering the entirety of the room
Oh, this is
in front
unpleasant.
of you.
Yeah.
But the hallway keeps going through it.
Well,
The
let's
hallway
keep going.
is the room, and the room is also in the hallway or adjacent to it.
Oh, lovely.
Well, it topologically makes no sense at all, but that's normal.
Is it?
It is for me.
Oh,
The further you,
You
go
are
into the
sufficiently
room,
drunk that the
the
physics of
more
this room does not
yeah.
perturb you.
the more
Whatever.
sticky it seems to get,
oh God.
and you're sort of, you feel yourself, you think you're slowing down. You don't feel like you're being dragged or stopped by anything, but you seem to be walking slower as you go through it. The same counts for Wally, but you don't quite see this this tangle of dream silk,
Yeah.
dream cobwebs. What you see, Wally, is Morty You yourself have also been suffering from strangest dreams lately.
Hello.
And yeah, what were yours about?
I'm an olive in the bottom of a very large glass. But the fluid keeps going down and down and down and down. And then there's a large wooden spear. And it stabs into me. And then I'm lifted up. And there's this enormous wet pink cave coming towards me. And then I wake up. I don't know what it means. It's very strange.
Wally, you're in this fluid drifting, and it keeps going down and up towards where you want to be, towards the exit, but then down again. And each time it goes up, from behind something like a sharp wooden pole or something keeps jamming into your clothes and dragging you back down before, and you don't seem to be making much more progress than
Sounds ghastly.
It does, doesn't it?
than Morty. Yeah. And you're pretty sure there's something terrifying behind you and you don't want to look at it.
Yep, I don't. Oh God, I can't even go.
You don't want to look at it.
No, I do not.
No.
I don't think there's
Both
much I
of
can do.
you, yeah. How are you going to get out of this sticky or olivey predicament?
Let's think. Let's mull this over for a bit.
Call of Cthulhu with the Garblag gang.
Let's brainstorm this.
Can I use my anthropology to get out of this situation?
Do you have anthropology?
I have it at 1, 0.1.
Yeah,
I would like to
basically, like
appraise-
everyone knows that things exist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would like to appraise the situation.
yeah. I'd like to disguise myself from.
My help
Right, no,
as an olive.
seriously.
There we go.
Yeah. Is there anything we can do to fix
Well-
ourselves, or are we just dead?
I want
Are
to be
you sure
swishing
this
my
is-
stick in
yeah.
front of me, trying to bat away this cobwebbiness.
As you asked that, Wally, are you sure this is real? What's happening to you?
Oh, should I use psychology?
You can try a intellect roll to
Ooh,
see
okay.
through something that isn't really real, to see the reality itself. But
I succeed.
if you
On the
fail,
downside, you
oh,
might succeed.
Yeah, you might
I was
say.
just going to say, if you
my
fail,
God.
then what you perceive is your reality. So you're quite lucky there.
I was
Yes.
going to say, on the downside, you might
You-
succeed and see
Yeah.
what's really there.
No.
Well, at least you're not an olive anymore.
In this case, Wally stumbles through the door suddenly. You're suddenly aware that you're still in this hallway that stretches on but curls back on itself. Is it an eternity? Who knows? You can see everything in your head, even when you close your eyes, and it just hurts. But you've somehow gotten past it, and as you look back, you see Morty sort of. He's taking steps that, like, even a slug would be overtaking him at this point. Morty, you're trying to swish your way through it.
Yes, I was swishing.
Roll
Maybe-
your swishing stat.
What would my swishing
That'll be
stat be?
I will go with fighting brawl.
Fighting
Because
brawl.
You've got your cane and you're trying to cut everything
It's
out.
melee if he's got a
Unless
hand
you
weapon.
have like survival or something, and you think you're in some kind of
I don't
cobweb jungle.
believe I have. Oh, I like that. I don't believe I have survival. Ah, my point.
You're
one
drunk
point of
enough to think you are.
anthropology. Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks to the jungle. Oh no.
Flashback to the jungle
where
you've
all
never
this-
been in.
Yes.
That's where all
I've read
this
about
drinking-
them though.
Well, yeah. You.
Now I'm
you fought
imagining
in
your
the-
your 1920s character is having flashbacks to Nam.
Well, yeah. No. You
Oh,
fought in
dear,
the.
something
You
has
fought.
gone-
You fought
Who's
in the
deep
war,
insanity?
but on the home front as a banker. I was doing important stuff.
It's very important. Those who
Yes.
bank also serve or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You always need money for war, right?
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely. Someone's got to pay for all this.
Mhm.
Fighting brawl, is that what we're going with?
Yeah. Just a standard.
Ah, look, I fumbled.
You may re-roll that with one of your re-rolls if you want.
No, I fumbled.
Maybe you'll do worse.
I don't think I can. I failed. I think I've got another reroll. I'm just going to keep going. I succeeded! Hey!
Yeah, we burnt 3.
Ooh. At first, you're slashing through this, and you sort of see these cobwebs draw taut. They're not moving. You're hitting them; they're not moving, and you hear this skittering coming from these the dark corners of the room, and it seems to be moving towards you. And everything, these cobwebs around you, are twanging and growing taut, and then you hammer through it and stumble out next to Wally.
Hello, Wally. I'm sorry, Mr. Goose. That was unusual.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Did you get through the webs? All right.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
The concierge is in front of you.
What? Mrs. Wright. Hello.
Mrs. Wright says to you, and now you hear that even though she looks normal, the voice is kind of disjointed. And she says to you, perhaps you should join us in the attic. And she just scurries off.
Well, you told us to come to this floor, and frankly, I'm not enjoying that experience.
The spider is sitting there going, oh, drat, they broke through. Let's go to the attic. We break through the attic. Let's go to the roof. Yes.
I don't think you'll get much further than the attic.
No.
I don't want to be
dead, yeah.
foreshadowing, but...
No, they're going to kill us. Yeah. Can we?
Do you want to roll a spot hidden on that?
Yes,
Yeah, I feel like
I
feel like this is a bit strange.
Okay.
I failed.
What are you looking at exactly? Both of you choose something. What are you paying attention to?
Awesome.
Oh,
Well done.
Boom.
Wally Goose, what were you exactly looking at?
Shit, I don't have it. I thought I was going to fail. I'm looking at her, and I'm trying to discern any irregularities with her. Does she look like a person, or does she clearly look like some kind
A
of
spider in a bad hat.
She
Yeah.
looks like a person, but
With too
unlike
many legs.
before, it's really obvious that she's not walking like a normal person walks.
Oh no.
The whole time she's been sort of disjointedly stumbling about.
Her skin falls.
Yeah, there's at the side of her lip there's this kind of black ooze
Oh, not happy.
coming down. But you're pretty sure that she was like that before. Why didn't you notice that?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Also, roll a sanity check.
Yeah, that's fair. That is
Do
completely
you want
fair.
to see anything else? Because you got hard success. Before
Okay,
you roll sanity, you can choose another
can I-
aspect of her. That you...
Oh, another aspect of her specifically, or
Yeah,
just
you were looking at her.
Okay.
And
Does it look like she? Oh shit. I don't really know what to ask. I kind of just wanted to check what she was.
The spider demon.
Does she look like she could? How quick does she look? I know it's a weird question, but if we were to turn around and run away,
were
does
to
it
leg
look
it.
like?
for all the disjointed sort of stumbling movement, she's moving as fast as a person would move.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay,
It's that's more disconcerting.
let's take
if
a sanity
anything.
check.
You succeed. You have really got your shit together.
Yeah,
But
I'm not acting like it.
yeah.
That's probably
there's
the sanest thing you can do.
Slowly, from that ashen face that you had before when you saw these spindly spiders' legs coming out, your face is now getting a flushed red where you're like, what have I gotten myself into? And I have to save myself somehow. But you're vaguely understanding that something's not right here, but you're not sure if is something not right here, or are you just having a horrific dream? It's probably like that dream with the dream about the spider's webs. And whatever. Ah, it must be something.
Can I do like the like Hey, Morty, kind of like I was feeling like, yeah.
Well,
Morty,
Morty,
let's get
were
the
you
fuck outta
also going
here.
to roll a spot hidden?
Morty
I
did.
failed.
Morty failed.
Yeah, Morty
I
failed.
failed.
Yeah, this is a
Failed.
nice
Oh,
old
wait,
lady.
I'll have to. You
No,
just,
she's not that. She's not making me sandwiches.
You just see this awfully terrible. She's rude and horrendously bad at her
know
job.
what?
This concierge wander off
It's
down
terrible.
the endless hallway that makes you dizzy
Did
in
you
your
see
head.
the cobwebs? Do you do dusting?
I'm gonna make the really tough, moral choice to say to Morty to go forward while I turn around and run for it. I know I'm not gonna make it, but I want to try.
Mr. Goose, where are you going?
I need the toilet really badly. Also, by the way, you're a terrible seamstress, and I'm running away.
I'm a
Or-
terrible seamstress. What?
No, not you, the
As,
spider. I mean, the lady. I mean,
the-
whatever.
What?
Morty stands there
What?
torn between,
I
hey, the
don't-
concierge is walking off towards the attic.
I'm still
And-
holding out hope of a drinks cabinet.
Wally is running off in the opposite direction.
I think that's a perfect excuse to head into the attic if for
does
the drinks
need the
cabinet.
At that
bathroom.
point, this spider, this creature, this thing on your back, Mick, it's now its arms digging into your leg, and Richard, you see
Get it off me! Get it off
you
me!
see the rear end of it, that big bulbous rear end with a spine comes out of it, and it rears itself up to dart it into Mick. Mick, what are you going to do?
Don't let it lay its eggs in my brain!
You don't know that that's
I know, but
exactly what it's that you can't see it.
Don't let it lay eggs in my brain. How dare you? Like, it actually stops. Goes, how dare you? I was going to lay them in your abdomen. What kind of? Oh,
What did you take me for?
Oh, I'm indignant.
What are you gonna do, Dan? Also, we'll have to start wrapping this up at some
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going to die.
Let's
We might have
face
to
it.
make it a two-part.
Unless,
not
yeah,
dead yet.
if you want
To be fair, I
on
think
to a
we're
two-parter.
probably going to die fairly shortly.
I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah,
die
totally.
first.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I reckon
100%.
if you want to all die, it'll probably take about a quarter of an hour.
I love it so quick.
Really? We're doing that well?
But that's screwed.
I'm
Well,
intending to.
there's a bit of exposition and, me telling you
Oh,
how
intending
you
to
I'm gonna go and
Probably.
headbutt a wall.
There's the graphic
Or-
description.
So if it's
You're-
behind me,
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going to do the mummy thing.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna
Yeah.
try and
Well,
jam
it
it
might-
back into the... You're
it
sitting
might
in a
s-
chair,
Yeah.
a really hard-backed wooden chair.
Crack.
You're going to try and crush it against it then.
Yeah,
That'd be a
and
fight back.
and with the momentum,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall back in the chair, so try and push it backwards as well, so I hit the floor. So it's got the full impact.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Okay. So we
It goes
both run
scuttle, you go
with,
crack.
Yeah.
fighting
it'll be
brawl.
off. Fighting brawl. Yeah.
No, it'll just be implanting its eggs in your eyes while you lie on the floor unconscious.
I
Oh,
have
eyes now.
succeeded.
God. I have
Do
completely
you want
failed.
to re-roll that?
I don't think I've got any left.
Have you used them?
Yeah, I think we burned through all
I
three.
used
Oh, no.
used one for my combat.
Also, Narodnik Seka
We got
wants
a
us to make
ridiculous
it a
number.
two-parter just to
No.
prolong your
I
suffering.
cannot
I
make
did
next
see that.
Friday.
No, we
So
yeah,
I
we
need to
can.
die now.
Yeah, we kind of do need to die.
Yeah.
We'll die. Yeah, give it. Well, if it's
You've got
gonna
to
take
re-roll,
15
Dan.
minutes,
You
have
have
I?
a reroll, Dan.
I will try to reroll.
Thank you,
if it's gonna
person that
take
gave us a reroll.
15 minutes for us to all die, then I will stick
Yeah,
around 15
sorry,
more minutes.
sorry it ran. a
That's
bit
all right.
long.
No, I
Still
failed.
fail.
It's all right.
Failed
Yeah,
by
it's been-
slightly less.
Okay.
Only
You
slightly.
take
Yeah.
3 damage, but this cold also emanates through your body, and you feel all of your tendons seize up and cramp, and you fall to the floor paralyzed with this creature on top of you, and it's staring at Richard Plow now with its rather human face, spiderish body, and these weird, inhuman eyes that are staring out from slack eyelids. I'm afraid, Dan. Yeah, you're at the moment you're paralyzed, so you probably can't do much more.
I'm paralyzed and possessed by an evil demon spider.
You're not possessed at the moment.
It's
I'll
using
let
me as
you roll
it's using me as a
D6.
puppet.
Yeah. If you can roll a d6,
You know what?
and that will be the
that,
amount of.
Dan? Yes, I think you should.
Well, but the spider is really bad at
Six.
ventriloquism, though.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
awful.
you should totally do that.
Paralyzed for at least 6 rounds of combat.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You want me to plant
job.
my eggs in your belly? Yes, I do. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, I will.
Oh, yeah. What do you take me for? It gets worse than that. Eggs in your belly.
Amateurs. God.
Richard Plow, you're staring at it. Nick has gone down. He's lying on the floor. His mouth is frothing up.
Just kill me.
Hands are cramped. Every muscle in his body is torn.
Kill me now! Kill me now!
And this big back of a spider that is probably embodied this sort of length, with legs that are that length again, moving out, and a face that is almost humanesque is glaring at you as it sticks a giant spine into his back.
Oh, look, I'm eating human food.
Do you want to roll
do.
on
Yeah.
sanity and just run for it, or do you want to roll on sanity and try and do something? You
I
can
will
not
roll
roll on sanity and just go insane and run off.
I will roll
let
on
you-
sanity and see what happens, and if I roll badly, I might survive.
There you go.
Because if I roll well, I'm going to do something stupid and get killed by a spider.
Yeah,
I fail!
you fail. You can roll d6 for sanity loss, unless you want to use one of your re-rolls.
Not
But
really.
at this point, I take it.
I
we're
roll
all-
1 point of
You
sanity.
lose
I
one
lose
sanity. You briefly freeze.
Okay.
You're frozen at this point,
Yeah.
and
There's that moment of hesitation, that
Yeah.
fatal hesitation.
you had drawn the torch back for another blow, but you saw this. Even though you just met, it was a person, and this thing on top of it is not. It is the opposite of a person, and it's nothing you can comprehend, but it seems to have a malicious intelligence that it was glaring at you and showing you that it was enjoying this whole thing. And at that point, as you briefly freeze with the torch in hand,
Yeah.
its first spindly legs reach out towards Mick's ears, and
Oh,
the whole of its body contorts
Oh, not listening.
as it moves inside his head, and you can see it writhing around in his body.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving at speed.
Thanks, man.
Or it's
Roll
like
for sanity again before you
it's
leave.
like this. It's like
No,
You will
thank
either
you.
leave screaming or you'll just leave.
Deeply triggering.
so. Do you think that they're like, oh, we should get somebody
Fail.
who's a little bit bigger so we can fit in?
You can roll another d6.
You
A
have any
tall person.
Fat people. Oh, it's the Slovene, basically, is what we're doing here. Okay, right.
I
At
lose
this
another
point,
always-
yeah, you've gone into a bout of
temporary insanity.
utter terror. The torch drops from your hand and
Oh, there we go.
falls to the floor, spins around, and as it spins around,
Oh no, not my torch.
in the seconds between shadow and light, you just see these last couple of bits of leg
Lovely,
move
terrifying strobe. Yes.
in through Mick's ears,
Yep.
and you scream in horror as you hear these chittering sounds
Seems
behind
running,
you.
running.
You're
Oh, shit, they're
running,
behind me.
but everything seems alive around you, and you're running, and you feel like you're running forever, but things are crawling on you, and you're running, and you're running and trying to tear them off, and you just scream in terror for eternity.
Thus came the end
Thus
of
ended
Richard Plow.
Mick and
Yeah. Wow,
Richard,
that really didn't take long.
Yeah. Well, I was
just
trying to
really
wrap
take
it up
15
for you.
You get it for
Morty.
7 minutes, and you've got the other 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Morty,
Hello. Yes.
what are you doing?
I have a plan.
Okay.
I would like to call out to. Can I still see
hear
Mrs.
my
Wright?
wife laughing in hysterics and terror in the distance.
I'm hoping because of the game. Right. Okay. Good. Just
yes,
checking.
according
just,
to that.
Just checking. Can I still see the Mrs. Wright thing?
No, but before you in the distance, around the corner in the distance, around back
But I
towards
can see
you
around the
in the
corners, and
distance,
it's coming back towards me. Yes.
yeah, is like one of those ladders that you draw out, trapdoor that you open for an attic, and the ladder that you draw down.
Excellent. I
And
will go
it's-
towards
Stay
it.
away from that trap
It's the
door.
only thing. Yeah, it's the
There's
only thing
Something
in
up
front of
there.
you that your eyes can really focus on. The rest is gloomy and dark, and it's these walls.
Oh
and
well,
dark.
I will go towards
And
the attic.
maybe there's shadows, but this is the thing. You can
But
see.
I will call out. I will go, hello, dark forces that have gathered upon Leland Manor. I believe you are in need of assistance.
Do you need to
want
do
to
your
go up there?
taxes?
You hear something mumbling.
I can't quite make out what you're saying.
Maybe you should join us in the attic.
Okay.
And it's the concierge's voice. It's also a different voice. They're
Mrs.
both
Wright.
speaking at the same time.
Oh, there appear to be two of you, but you're speaking in beautiful harmony. That's very good. I will be up in just a moment. I will climb the ladder.
As you climb the ladder, you come up into a pitch black attic. You
It's
can see
very
a
dark
bit in
up
front
here.
of you, but everything in front of you is they're old relics and things they've chucked up there at some point, but covered up with dust covers. Things they've moved up from the works in the house, just put them in the attic to keep them safe.
Hello,
It
it's very
doesn't
dark. Is there anybody here?
Appear to be anything around you.
Is there
You
nobody
hear
here?
a voice from the side of you, which is Mrs. Wright.
Hello,
You
Mr.
hear this other disjointed voice around that says, "Oh, you did join us after all."
Yes, I
You
believe
win
I
the prize.
can be of some assistance to you. I have some history of dabbling with the dark forces, and I
Lawyers.
think maybe Master Leland has summoned something beyond his control. I see you have tried to use him as a human pawn, but may I offer myself in
Holy shit,
service.
you're evil.
The concierge, this point you can see it fully, disjointedly stumbles forwards, and her mouth opens up a bit, and you see this tiny face peeking out from it, and it
you have a
says,
face in your face.
"Oh, it wasn't." But you hear this voice around you as well. It wasn't Master Leland.
Oh,
It was his grandfather who built the house.
oh, you've been here for a while.
And then you realize that most of the voice is actually coming from above you.
Ooh.
As you look up, Wally Goose, what are you up to?
I'm getting the fuck out of here. I mean, I'm not
I'm
gonna,
selling
but I'm
out
attempting
humanity.
to. So,
As you're running
is
out,
there's no windows I can smash through, even if it's on a second story? Okay.
you can either try and roll for intelligence to find a window on the second floor, because something is wrong with this entire...
Could I roll
Let me
intelligence
guess,
to
there
just
were only
find?
2 stories from the outside.
Well, can I roll intelligence to just find an exit? Because I know
There
if
were
I go
indeed
down.
only 2 stories on the outside plus a roof, so probably
Yeah.
the attic area.
You're currently in a space that doesn't exist properly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know, but that's why I'm wanting
Yeah,
to roll
yeah.
intelligence just
Yeah.
to see if I can leave.
None of
Period.
this is
Yeah,
real.
if
Yeah.
you can break through the barriers
Yeah.
between reality and what is beyond
Would he have?
our
What the
reality.
fuck is going on?
Wally Goose suddenly crashes into a room and you find yourself standing next to the window, but in the piano room that you'd entered previously.
What the? You know what? I don't even
And
care about what the fuck
you
is going on.
already see that slumped corpses. Their eyes are open and they're staring at you.
Through the
Like,
window.
why are you betraying me? And it looks like maybe is it
Why?
Morty's face? Is it Mick's face? Is it Richard's face? You know
Do
it's a
not
face
care.
you've seen before. And this cavity in its chest,
Oh dear.
the spindly legs start to crawl out, and first
Oh,
there's 2,
God.
then there's 4, and then it's pulling itself out, and this face is appearing before you.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Is the window a window? Could I smash through it, or is it like a wooden
With your
panel?
head.
It's not. Yeah, it's a window, but it's slightly boarded
Oh
up.
yeah,
But
I'm
it's
not
like
gonna be able to.
you could, if
Go
you
for it.
really want, you can crash through it. and
Yeah, just throw yourself
Do
out,
it.
man.
I'm
Do it,
gonna
Rick.
have to, yeah, because I'm not gonna be able to get round this thing. Yeah.
Let's see.
If I fail, then I can just die.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
succeed,
Yeah.
you can
We'll
die
let
from
you-
plummeting out.
Yeah, but at least it's on my own terms.
Yep. That's what's important.
Pure strength check to just.
And that right there was a brilliant Call of Cthulhu statement. At least it will be on my own terms.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Holy shit!
Smash through it.
Oh wow!
Through it, and then you're falling, but then you see that the half of the scaffold that had been brought up to the first floor is underneath you, and you crash into that.
Oh,
Take
oh,
D3
yeah.
damage.
Okay, yeah, that's very fair. Okay, D3. How do I?
Yeah.
Oh, how do I do D3? Is it?
Just
oh,
roll a
Just roll
D3.
D3.
Yeah,
slash
/R
roll
space
1d3.
1D3.
1d3. 2. So I'm down to 10. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Ow!
slam into the
Yeah,
board.
no, that's
it
an ow, ow, ow,
cracks. The whole thing isn't really set up quite stable because it's been
Oh,
left
of course
there when
not,
someone's
yeah.
abandoned it, and it starts careening over. And as you fall, Morty,
Hello.
you're staring up
Ooh.
at something. This face comes down from the ceiling, which you realize the ceiling is also a room. And it's also just straight ahead of you, but it's also a ceiling.
This building
And-
is confused.
This thing is
Confused.
far larger than those creepy, spidery creatures you've
Ah,
seen or
excellent.
think you've perceived before.
I wanted to talk
And
to the
its
manager.
face isn't as slack. It's a human face sat against the body of a spiderish creature, but one that is probably the size of your average room, with the back end being the size of a room again, with a giant spine dripping down some kind of goo, and its legs are moving in an asynchronous manner as it slowly crawls down towards you. And this face
Hello.
is taut, and its smile grows and grows and grows until it's probably that wide, but you see row upon row of actual human teeth.
Oh, you're
inside.
Oh, God.
Dentist
Roll a
is
sanity
very
check.
good. Yes, I think I should do that. I succeed.
You still lose 1d4 sanity.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. There are things in
Because
Cthulhu
this
that
thing is
Yeah.
beyond anything.
That's fine. Nah, it's fine.
How you also notice at this point that all of these threads of cobweb, of silken cobweb that you didn't perceive before, that seemed to go all around the house. And you realize in hindsight that you saw everywhere in the house, even in those dust motes that were hanging around, and they were all over Mick's face when he walked in the house. You see that they're attached to the hairs on the bristles and the hairs on this spider's legs and body, and they're all drawn taut and twang and move. And as some of them move, the concierge moves.
Oh,
Like
it's like a
kind of
marionette.
Marionette, but
Oh, that's
there are
clever.
also tons of tiny versions of these spiders crawling around the concierge.
That's quite
And all of
disturbing.
them ask at once, "How do you mean to serve us?"
Well,
Well,
I would posit that you are constrained by the fabric of this house, and I could be of service by bringing others here for sustenance, or your pleasure. I don't quite know yet. And maybe we could look to expand the house, and therefore your realm, oh great one.
Grows closer and closer towards you. Are you going to do anything?
it's one of its feet, like.
No, its face.
No.
It's moving. Its legs are out towards the side, and it
Ah.
just
I'll
draws
have a drink.
its face.
You're going to have a drink.
And
I
that
might
black
light a
ooze
cigarette.
that you saw
Do you want it?
is hanging down towards it. You're not doing any. As it comes close to your face, it says, "Why do you think we're confined to this house?"
Well, all of the
And-
webs that I've seen all over the house. Do they
As
go
it
beyond?
looks at you, and this smile keeps widening, and these rows of teeth keep opening out
That's a lot of
from
teeth.
behind it. Wally Goose, the scaffold is falling down. This is the end, by the way, for Colin mostly and everyone else.
Yep.
This is the end. You're falling down. What are you doing?
Poor Dick.
I'm trying not to like die, preferably, but you know.
Sure. What do you want to try and do to stop yourself?
I'm trying to get to the ground without dying, and I want to try and make a break out of the.
You just
Off
gonna
the
let
premises.
it lean over and then try and jump out onto the grass below?
Oh, how high is it? Like break? Is it like sprained ankle height, or is it like
was up to the first floor? That's where you fell on it, and now
Yeah.
it's leaning over and careening down towards the ground below. Which is
Yeah, I'm
mostly
gonna try-
grass.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make a jump just because I
go
know
for
if
it.
I'm in it when it falls, I'm gonna be smooshed.
Impaled.
Roll
that would be
when you land. Very
jump,
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
I assume.
Bend your knees.
Of course, yeah, that's to be expected. I did not bend
You-
my knees.
Smash into the floor,
Yep,
and
that's to be expected.
you can roll another D4 damage.
No problemo.
Probably,
That's your
yeah. You fell from the
shins
first floor
into
just
your stomach.
whoa. Unless you want to re-roll it, I think. Yeah.
Nah, it's
Okay.
fine.
You're lying there, winded on the
Yep.
floor,
Yep, let's see what they do.
coughing, spluttering. Your brain is reeling from what you saw, but you're outside now. So, did you see it? Are you certain? And Robert Leland is hovering over you. He's sort of
Fuck
standing
you, man.
over,
Not you.
over
Listen,
you.
Robert.
and
Oh.
you see these spindly legs where he keeps scratching at them.
Yep.
You see it
Yep.
digging
I
into
said
his
get some
thing.
iodine on that.
And he leans over towards you and says, "Oh, what happened there? Why did you do that? And are you okay?" And as his mouth opens for that, "Are you
yeah.
okay?" These legs sort of stick out from between it, and you scream, and we draw out to this
Yeah.
manor on the edge of town, that is a town of
I'm glad I made
insanity.
them. I'm glad I didn't give them
You
the
got out,
satisfaction.
but
Yeah.
You get to die on your own terms, maybe.
Exactly.
Probably,
Yeah, that's
or
the
go
best you
insane.
can call for Call of Cthulhu.
It's like
And
rocking back and
from
forth in a room.
somewhere in the attic, as you're screaming, you hear this other screaming, and then it's mixed in with these other two voices, and in the end, there's these four voices screaming out into the void. And we will leave it there because I think that's pretty much the end of it. So
just for a quick for our audience, what was it a Cthulhu monster, a particular one from the mythos?
It was a monster of my own devising. You have sort of the Cthulhu mythos, and you then also have the dream realms, and these were a thing that I've created called dream spiders.
Cool.
And they're
they
kind of like spiders of Leng, but smaller.
Well, they kind of remind me of like
one.
the phase spiders from D&D. You know, the ones that it's like, where like
and
if you step
into
the
whole thing about them is also you can't perceive them until you've seen one. And the moment you see something, then you know they're all around you, which is the scary part. And we kind of had to shunt right through it because it's a one-shot, obviously. But I hope that you all enjoyed going insane and dying.
Yes, that was sufficiently horrible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was more shocked how well we were
you now
doing
get
the
why
ends
my
there.
wife said that was.
I made it to the attic.
Horrible.
I'm quite proud.
Yeah, I got outside. I'm still shocked.
Anyway, so
I felt like I died first, and that was great.
Well done. You died first.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it there.
Thank you very much.
Say goodbye to our viewers. Thank you for watching.
Good night, viewers. Thank you very
for
much.
watching. Join us
Goodbye,
on
good
Tuesday on
friends.
Free League Games for Coriolis,
Yes.
and on Thursday, I believe the enemy
For
was
Traveller.
the Warhammer.
Oh no, Emmy win. Yes,
Enemy
no.
within.
Beginning. That's more important. Sponsored by.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Please forgive me, humanity.